What's up, everybody? It is your girl Midnight. Happy Sunday. Midnight need to get over here, and we finna make some things clear once again. And I'm gonna actually just go down on how I feel about the whole thing of it all. That's really what I'm finna do. Okay? I will not be bringing nobody up because it's gonna be midnight talking this time. I'm finna do all the talking. Okay? But I'm finna definitely go down on some chain of events, and I'm finna discuss some lives. And I say lives with an S. Okay. I got a few slides that I want to put up here as well. I threw my link in the comment section as I normally do. However, today I will not be allowing nobody to come up because midnight finna do all the talking. Okay. Good morning, Miss Melissa, Miss Leah, Deluxe Creations. How you doing? She says hello. Good morning, midnight. Good morning. Good morning, Miss Nene Hicks. Oh, we got another Nene in here. That's my name too. That's why I said that. Everybody speaking. Now, listen, my title said, let's make some things clear. And because we finna make it clear for the one time again. And this is why I said midnight gonna do all the talking because I'm finna even go down and tell y'all my whole perspective of what I feel really is going on. Okay. Midnight is very direct, so I'm definitely gonna be calling out people's names because I'm definitely a direct speaker. I don't do subliminal or indirect messaging. A lot of people do a lot of subliminals, indirect speaking because they are too afraid to call on somebody's name. I feel like this: if you got something to say to somebody and you can't actually call out that person's name for them to know that you're speaking about them or to them, you shouldn't speak at all. Because a lot of people, at least me, for that fact, I don't talk in indirect language. I don't understand that one. Okay. So that's why I always be a person to use names. And I know a lot of people in the Facebook world find that to be like clout chasing. But again, I'm just going to be clout chasing midnight because I'm going to always speak a person and direct them right by their name, whatever they call themselves on that app. And if I have to express myself or direct them, that's what I'm going to call them. Okay. So I guess that will be clout chasing midnight forever because that's just who I am. I don't speak indirect or in subliminally to nobody. If you cannot be direct with a person and let them know that you got something to say or you feel some kind of way, you shouldn't be speaking at all. Now, Tana World, I want to make it clear to you right now, honey. We finna clear this up now. You said to me, or you're saying on your live, because I did go back and watch your live. You're saying to your live and everybody that's watching your live that midnight knew what you were hitting midnight up on or about. I'm gonna tell you one time that's a lie because listen, for that fact, midnight did not even know you was gonna reach out to her on a Good Friday at all. But when midnight looked at her phone and saw that she received a text message from you, your text message read this right here: Friday. You called me Friday, okay? Or text me first, should I say. You text me Friday out the blue. And before we get into the conversation that had took place Friday, I want to ask you how long you had my number. When have you ever known to call me in regards to anybody else or to speak in regards to anybody else? Anytime you have ever gave a dial to my phone, you have called me pertaining to information that I was involved in, or you called my phone trying to be mediator to a situation that I still was involved in. You would never be able to call my phone to discuss nobody else, honey. That's not why you reached out to me Friday. You reached out to me Friday because you thought I heard the T. So I just want you to know that and be clear that when you reached out to me Friday, midnight had no notation that you were even going to be texting me. But when I received the text from you, I knew that it had to do something with me, because that's the only time you will ever reach out to me on phone, is if it is pertaining to something Midnight needs to know because she's involved. So let's just make that clear first. Midnight definitely had no inform, no notation of what it is. This does not give me notation of what you got to speak to me about when you say, can you please, or can you call me please? What kind of information additionally are you giving me to let me know that, oh, I know what she calling me about? No, I was trying to be in suspense of what it is you had to tell me, because I knew it had something to do with me though. Because that's the only time you will actually reach out and call my phone, is when it will pertain to me. Or if you're trying to mediate and mitigate a situation that has to do with me in another. Okay? So we gonna make that clear first, because I don't understand how you telling people that I knew what you were calling me about, and this is the first way of you reaching out to me. It's through a text message. Y'all see that says Friday's date in the 3 o'clock hour. This was in the evening time. I can recall definitely very well of what time it was. I was just leaving one of my consumers. So what kind of notation does that give me that you had to talk to me about what? It doesn't give me no kind of notation when you just say to me, can you call me please? That's first. So if you was mentioning that on your lives, you are a dead ass lie. Secondly, when I did reach out to you, when I got time to reach out to you by phone, I called you. You didn't answer. So I sent you a text, and you see what mine's read? Call me back. I tried calling you, and then you told me to try again. However, I did get you on the phone. Your first thing you said to me was, did you hear of the tea? I said no. You told me what the tea was. So another lie of yours would be to say that you said that you were speaking on glam to me first. That's not what you were doing, because again, you wouldn't be able to call my phone to speak with me and discuss nobody else, because that's not something that you had done prior. That's not something that I will let nobody else do on my phone. No way. Anytime you contacted me on my direct phone, you called me in pertaining to information that pertains to me, just as such as this one. Just as such as this one. You were the one that told me when I told you I did not hear the tea, or I didn't get the word of what was going on. You told me the tea. You told me that Oshi lady was trying to really figure out where I stayed and where I worked. You said she was digging that hard. And that right, to the point you even said that lady Googled me. See, let me tell y'all where a lot of y'all lines of y'all storylines are not connecting well. And this is why I'm going to tell y'all my perception and my prediction, my conclusion of how I feel about all the mess. Because when I spoke to you on the phone, you told me that lady was digging so deep that she wanted to find out where I worked. She wanted to find out where I lived. You said she even Googled me and found something like a brick brown complex. This is what you said to me. We were discussing things that had to do with me. So you were the one that told me that OSHA key was digging. You didn't even say that she said she had a friend. You said that lady Googled me and found my info. I said she Googled me. So then after we spoke on that situation around those chain events, you said I really wanted to ask you a favor. I said, what's that? You said, I want to ask you a favor. And I said, what is that? That's when you said to me, can you go get your sis? And you went off into XYZ talking about glam. I said to you, I stopped you right there. I said, listen, that's you and glam. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That was discussed and stopped right there. That went no further. And that's when you was like, yeah, that's why I didn't really ask you or bring you into it. I wasn't finna get into it no way. Have I been into it before? Like I said, you can't call my phone to discuss nobody else with me. Anytime you call my phone, you call me in chain of events that has to do with midnight. Or you call me in a regard of being a mediator or a mitigator. trying to fix something between still having something to do with midnight and another person. You can never call me or my phone in regards to discuss nobody else. I don't even allow other people to do that. Your original thing for calling me was because you thought I heard the tea of that lady searching up my address, that lady digging so deep to find out where I work. That's what the first thing you said to me. After we spoke around those chain of events, you said I really wanted to ask you a favor. And I said, what was that? The favor was you wanted me to talk to Glam. You start going off into whatever kind of issues y'all got. I told you that's between you and her. Ain't got nothing to do with me. That's something that you and Glam will have to fix if that's something that y'all both choose to fix. But it ain't got nothing to do with me. Just what I told you on the phone. And that was dismissed right there. How you doing, Miss Shalise Cartwright? So let's make that known. Men, I definitely did not know what it is that you had to tell me, nor what this was about, because you thought that maybe I heard already that this lady was digging me up so deep to where she was trying to figure out where I stayed and work. But men, I had no recollection of none of that. You informed me of that when you gave me a phone call or when I actually reached back out to you. Okay. It was you who told me that that lady Googled me. That was you. You tried to slide something in there when you said you had a favor to ask me, but that favor wasn't gonna be rendered, honey, because I had already made sure that that was discussed right there and dropped. When you said that go get my sis, what you and sis got going on ain't got nothing to do with midnight. That's y'all's problem. That's just like I would tell anybody else. Listen, that's something you gonna have to figure out. That's something you gonna have to work out. Midnight ain't got shit to do with that, and that was the end of that right there. So I just want to make that clear to you that that's how it went. So midnight definitely did not get notation of what it was you were reaching me for when you text me saying, "Can you call me, please?" That's not giving me no notation about no specifics of what it is you finna even tell me. However, I do know this, that you don't reach out to me unless it has to do with me. So I knew it was something you had to tell me that possibly somebody else may have been doing, which was the tea. Which was the tea. You tried to slide another conversation to come about, but I didn't let that happen because I told you that ain't got shit to do with me. Them was my exact words to you, as a matter of fact. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Y'all grown. So now let's fast forward. Everybody speaking. How you doing, Miss Carla Fisher? Everybody speaking. Now let's fast forward. I'm finna go off to the live that I got a notation on. I got a call Saturday morning from another influencer on a live this lady was on, Yoshi Yoshi, claiming that she got receipts, claiming she finna spill the tea since everybody want to put her in. And let me say something else to you. This lady was the one that brought you up. She was the one that threw your name in the mix, okay? So if it's one thing like this, you said on your live, Tana, that you're not exempt, right? You said everybody has some kind of dilemma, discrepancies, them on your exact words, but in some kind of manner, everybody had a disagreement with everybody on the internet. So you feel like you're not exempt. This is what you said on the live you did 22 hours ago. You said when you were talking to Drusilla, because that was the last live, that lady deactivated her account, but we're going to discuss more about that in a minute. Hold on. When you was on your live 22 hours ago, you said on your own live that everybody has been into it with one another before, so you feel like you're not exempt, right? So why would I not feel that same way when it comes to anybody that I had a discrepancy with? Why would I not have that same feeling when it comes to anybody that I may have once had a discrepancy with and now see fit to be feasible or cordial enough to talk to, why wouldn't I feel like those same people wouldn't be up to no good and no dirt behind my back? So the same thing apply to everybody else. The way that you feel like you're not exempt from any dirt or anybody doing dirt on you, that's how everybody else feel when it comes to anybody else. Okay? The same way. So that means you can't be exempt, and especially when this lady brought your name up. This was a live that she was on, another influencer live. She was on Sour Patch Live. This one right here. This lady came on Sour Patch Live, said that she finna just start spilling the tea. She finna expose motherfuckers. She claimed she got another phone, didn't show not one receipt. She got all the receipts, didn't show not one though. All you did was a lot of talking. So again, that's here or neither there. You did not show not one receipt, because that live was sent to me that I did see. The live that you did where you said out of your own mouth, oh, you're gonna have to look at your girl, you're gonna be doing another red light special, you're gonna be doing one on Drusilla, you're gonna be doing one on YW World. You brought them in. She the one that actually brought y'all in. So y'all just really trying to spill the tea on each other. But let me tell y'all why y'all lines don't add up. And a lot of shit is not adding up. Because, see, you told me, Tana, on the phone that the lady Googled me. That was your excuse of how she got my address. Drusilla is saying that, oh, Shaki got a lady that worked for the state. This is how she got the address. She's saying that you and Drusilla working together and y'all had got the address leaked. None of y'all lines or excuses as to who did what makes sense. But one thing Midnight already do know is this. The address was already in possession of two individuals. Now, who gave my address to who else? Don't know who did that. But neither one of y'all had to go searching for something that was already in your face. That's the point that I'm trying to make. Nobody had to go Google shit. She would have never had to talk to a friend that works for the state, because y'all all in communication with motherfuckers in close corners that already have the tea. They already have the info. Nobody would have had to do the extra to get anything. The question is, who gave who what? Because just like this lady right here is like crisscross applesauce with that sour peach lady, why the fuck would she have to go even ask anybody else for another motherfucking address? See, what it is this is what y'all doing. I don't know who doing what. I don't know who gave who what. But she trying to save face for Peach because she don't want to throw Peaches in the mix, knowing that she got my address from that lady. Y'all using Drusilla as a weak link because y'all know that lady weak. Y'all know that lady is a weak link. Y'all know she's going to go for anything because she done already did some dirt for y'all. She was already working in the back for y'all. Y'all see her to be weak. Y'all know she's going to break. And y'all know she's going to do exactly what it is you want her to do. So you say to her, make it seem like, oh, I tell them that I called a friend, instead of actually spilling the real truth. Y'all got that from right within your own little circle. Y'all didn't have to go searching nowhere to go get it because it was already right there. None of y'all storylines add up. You told me this lady Googled me. That's bullshit. She didn't have to Google me. Do you know who she in close connections with? That lady got my address already. Drusilla saying she don't have nothing to do with this. She didn't dig up Midnight's address. She didn't do it. It was Asha Key. Asha Key told her she got somebody that works for some kind of medical field or the state. I don't know what kind of state job she got, but she went through somebody else. I don't even believe that to be so, because as I said before, why would y'all have to go work so extra hard to get something that was already directly in y'all face? Why would you have to go searching for anything that was already there? Now, the only way I'm going to give you leeway, Utana World, with you having my address, is you already have my address, but you don't speak to them people. But one thing that y'all did do yesterday on my live for me is y'all did confirm that y'all were already discussing my information prior to y'all fallout. I found that out too. Because you did say on my YouTube panel, Utana, that she been had your address. So you definitely just gave me the answer to what I just said. It's been clear. Y'all been had the address, which means that that's something that nobody had to go looking for. That was my point. Nobody had to go extra, looking extra, asking through no third party. Nobody had to do all of the extra shit because shit, the address was within the damn circle already. Who had to do the extras to do what? They basically is just telling on each other. I'm just saying. Okay, you heard when she said she ain't exempt? Right. Good morning, Miss Yvonne. This is a sad childless mentality. What's going on, sis? I see you on here. They telling on each other pretty much. I was just getting ready to call you to see when you were coming live. All of y'all then gave different responses. You told me that Oshaki lady Googled me and found me, said she found a brown brick building. That's when you said, she said it looks like subsidized housing, and I had to come and make that shit clear for y'all. I laughed. You called me on that tea first. That's what you talked to me about first. Then you tried to say, oh, I really wanted to ask you a favor. Them was your exact words. And I said, what's your favor? You said, can you get your sis? And you went into XYZ about what you and sis got going on. I told you, listen, that ain't got shit to do with me. That was dead right there. But your excuse, this is what you told me. Oh, Shaki Googled me. She found my information by Googling me. Drusilla is saying that she told her that she got a friend that works for a higher up position. I don't want to say what, a medical field job where she can get my address. So none of y'all, she's Shaki now. She brought your name up and she brought Drusilla up. She talking about she had some tea. That lady didn't have nothing but piss. She didn't bring out no receipts. I screamed that live like I'm waiting on receipts here. Where the receipts at? You know why that lady can't really show a receipt though? Because it's gonna have to show what kind of conversation you had, what kind of part you played. Because y'all had been talked about the shit, so it's gonna actually reveal you as well. This why you really can't show what is in your phone. This why you really cannot show people what's in your messages, because you just telling them, showing them a motherfucking phone, a device, but you're not showing the people. People go off a receipt, sweetheart. You ain't talking about nothing if you ain't got a receipt. You couldn't show not one and did not show one. So all you doing is hearsay. But the reason why you couldn't really show it is because it's going to expose you at the same time. Why y'all trying to put all this shit on Drusilla? This is why I said, no, she's not going to take the full blame for all or nothing. Why y'all trying to put all this shit on Drusilla? You couldn't show not one receipt, didn't show not one receipt, didn't show your ass over here on my panel. You don't got shit. But what you do got is going to show how foul your ass been. That's why you can't show it. Because, see, don't come back here in a week or two later after you fumble with the motherfucking evidence, deleting shit, cropping shit. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see none of that. Because, see, you couldn't show it at the time you had it because it's what's going to identify your parts. You played. Now, Tana, you going to get leeway on this. This is what you're going to get leeway on. Because to be honest, I don't think that Lady Drusilla wanted to do any of this. However, y'all knew that she was weak and played with that lady intellectual level, which I feel like she should have been grown enough to say, no, I don't feel like that lady did anything, if you really ask me. I'm finna show y'all some of her comments. Now, Tana, do I believe that you gave them people my address? I'm gonna say, to be honest, I don't think you did. I don't think you had nothing to do with that. I really don't. I don't think you had nothing to do with it. But the same way that you feel like everybody is not exempt, I can't feel like you're totally exempt. But the way that things going, because you did say that the lady Googled me, and then you did say on my panel yesterday that I've been knowing that she was looking for my, you said you knew that she been was looking for my address. You said something to that nature, that you been knew that that lady was looking me up. But like I said, that lady didn't have to go looking me up because it was already right there. The person that she communicated with on the daily had my information already. So it wouldn't be hard for that lady to go looking or searching for nothing that was right there already. What would she have to go searching and looking for so hard when she speaks to Sour Peach daily, multiple times a day, and I don't have a likeness for neither one of them motherfuckers, and nor do they have a likeness for me. So it would have been easy for that motherfucking lady. And then let me go back to the live, that Peach live. Let me also let y'all know on Sour Patch, I picked this up on you. That live sound very so rehearsed, scripted, XYZ. Cause you had said this too quick. Before you get started, let them know that I ain't got nothing to do with it. Like you coaching OSHA, Oshi Yoshi, like you coaching her, like you coaching Yoshi Oshi what to say real quick by telling her, no, tell him I ain't got nothing to do with that. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Cause the same lady that brought your name up, Tana, and Drusilla, how she go back and do a live and say that y'all didn't have nothing to do with it? See, y'all all over the place with y'all lies. Because that was the same lady that brought you and Drusilla up on Sour Patch Live, said that you and her were the corporates. But then she gonna turn around and go on her live and say that y'all had nothing to do with it. Somebody lying. That's because nobody really talked to nobody else outside of that circle. My address was already in the circle. It was already there. You got it from somebody in the circle. Now, who leaked it and who gave it to who, don't even give a fuck about it because it's already been done. But I will say, I don't think that you gave my address to that Oshi lady. And I don't think you gave my address to Oshiki. When Fam asked Tana Funky ass about the address, she hesitated and got stuck. It's the telling on each other without telling on each other, but really told on each other for me, okay? Mm-mm. They all trying to cover for one another. That's what they doing because see, OSHA, Yoshi breaking already because you wouldn't have never went back on your live and said that, oh, Tana don't, I believe Tana ain't got nothing to do with it though. Tana ain't got nothing to do with it or Peaches. This is what she said. Sour Patch or Tana ain't had nothing to do with it. But you was the one who brought Tana name up on Sour Patch Live. You was the one who brought her name up and Drusilla. You made it seem to the people that was watching that live like them two were the culprits behind my address being leaked. That's what you made it seem like. You did that. That was that lady. Then she gonna turn around. That's why I know this shit scripted and coached because y'all had enough time to clean it up after those lives was done. Even though I know you're not in communication with them people, this is why I'm firmly gonna believe, especially after speaking to some other people. I don't believe you did that aspect as far as giving nobody my info. I do believe that. Drusilla, I just think that lady was very weak-minded and that she was so weak. Y'all figured out that that lady was so weak and y'all knew that y'all could play mind control games with that woman by getting her to do y'all dirt so that y'all don't look some kind of way. That's what y'all use that lady for. This is why that lady wants out so bad. Did y'all catch also pick up on her behavior? I also watch shit like that. When that lady, I looked at the way she spoke when she came on my panel. I listened to that lady when I spoke to her on the phone, and she sounded very sincere to me. And that's really all that matters when it comes down to how I choose to forgive somebody. That lady was very sincere when she talked to me. That lady was very sincere looking, even when you go look at her behavior on this live. She was just nervous at the same time, but I truly believe that they used her like a pawn so that your hands wouldn't be dirty. You use that lady like a pawn so that y'all can use her and it's going to make it seem like she's doing the dirt, but y'all the one that actually facilitated the plan and just told her what to do, which means you still have something to do with it. but keep asking for you to unblock her, and she won't be unblocked. Why she got to talk to me on the Facebook to show me receipts? She didn't show the receipts on Sour Patch Live, and that's why it makes sense. That's why she didn't come over here, because she didn't have no receipts to show. She didn't show shit on that live. What did she have to show that them two was the culprit? So this is telling me this: you did get my address from your twin, like I said before. You really got it from her. You didn't have to go through nobody else that you knew to get my address when you speak to that lady every day, multiple times a fucking day. She couldn't show it because it will identify Tana Steak as well. Well, I don't know. I don't, like I said, I got to make my own perceptions about this. And like I said, she didn't show it because it's one or two things. Either it was nothing there, because like I said, either it was nothing there, or it's gonna reveal her. Cause she wouldn't care about another motherfucker though. She don't talk to Tana. So why would she be sparing her? She's saying that she's the culprit, so she would have definitely revealed it if you had it. If you're saying, because you was the one who brought that lady named Tana up. You was the one who brought Osha Key. You was the one who brought Tana up. You was the one who brought Drusilla up. Do you think that she would actually be trying to spare her? She actually has something to reveal that Tana has something to do with it. She would have showed with no problem. What it's going to show is her part. She's worried about how she's going to end up looking. That's what she's worried about. Not so much Tana. She's worried about what it's going to reveal about her. That's what she's worried about, because she's the one that brought Tana name up. She's not trying to spare Tana. But yeah, you didn't have no receipts though to show me that Tana and Drusilla was corporates, that they were the villains. You didn't show me not one document, piece of receipt. You didn't show not one piece. What it was going to show is her. It was going to show the conversation about her and who she is. You the one. It's going to show that you talk to your twin about it. When you discussed in my address, all of y'all had those kind of conversations when y'all was amongst each other. This is another reason as to why I said y'all had already been knowing the information. This is why I said they didn't go out of their circle to go get it. This lady did not have to Google me. This lady did not have to actually go through another motherfucker that she knew. That was just a line they threw out there to cover their own motherfucking tracks. That was just excuses and cover-ups to say to another motherfucker, or just hold this, that I told you that I went through a friend. Just say I went through a friend. Knowing that you went through a friend, yeah, you went through your twin. That's what you went through. You went through your twin. That's what. Nah, she didn't want to do it. She didn't want to do any of it. She said no, she didn't want to do any of it. Tana spoke with Drusilla before they joined your live yesterday. If Drusilla would have joined your live yesterday, when we were all sending for her, or she would have joined the live when we were all sending for her. That's neither here or there. I'm not looking at that. That's neither here or there. Again, what y'all have to connect the dots is, if this lady Drusilla, she's not going to be, if this lady Osha Key was on Peach Live saying that Tana and Drusilla are corporates, they the ones that leaked my address, why wouldn't she show the fact that they did? Because that means it wouldn't have nothing to do with her. That means that she will actually be clearing her name. That means that she will be clearing her name. She didn't do it. Because like I said, either number one, you don't have it, and number two, it's going to reveal you. Because she definitely not trying to spare Tana. Tana don't talk to her. They all talk to each other in between time at one point. That's how they all know about my address. And that's how Tana know that, yeah, I knew she been wanting your address. Tana probably already knew that she had my address, and Tana probably knows where she got it from. I'm sure they all do. But let me tell you where you didn't get it from. You didn't get it from no motherfucking Google. And you definitely didn't get it from no motherfucking third party of a friend. You didn't get it from them. It was already in front of y'all. It was already there. It was already there. Well, at this point, they are all in cahoots. They all been in cahoots. Didn't y'all hear me on my panel yesterday when I said that we actually don't know the time frame of when they were discussing my information as far as my address or how long they may have had my address? All we know is it's just been leaked recently, but we do not know the time frame of when they were actually talking about my address. Everybody talks about the time frame came up when you start putting the pictures up. So if the time frame came up when I started putting the pictures up, then that would make Tana look some kind of way, because she didn't get involved in the mess with I had going on with Oshiki and Sour Peach. As a matter of fact, she ended up leaving them because she felt like they wanted her to have some kind of a say so and defend them, and she did not. So then that would actually exclude Tana if that's what y'all actually looking at, that timeline. Because during that time when I was clowning Sour Peach and Oshiki, Tana wasn't getting involved. She even said that on a couple of the Peach ladies' lives and on her own. She didn't get involved. As to why she even decided to leave that alone and walk away from over there, and they was salty about that. So if that's the timeline that everybody looking at, then don't y'all think that would exclude Tana of even giving anybody my address? Tana already had my address. She had it. She didn't have to go searching for my address. That lady sent me something before. She got my address. She would have told everything. Tana stopped Drusilla from speaking without her. Midnight. They pointing fingers at each other for real. That lady Tana was one of the people who already had my address, so she's not somebody who had to go find my address. Just for y'all who in the back did not know, there was 2 people on that side that already had my address. Tana and Peaches. Like I said, if everybody is looking at the time frame of when I got blocked and started going in on them, then that would exclude Tana, because Tana was, for one, already had my address. So what's she gonna go looking for if she already have it? Even she had it for some time and it never was handed to nobody over there. That's another thing. Thirdly, she don't have a problem with Midnight. So that would actually exclude Tana if I was actually going to look at the facts like that. Because Tana didn't get involved in none of that when I was dragging Oshiki or Peaches. She didn't get involved. As a matter of fact, they were salty that the lady didn't choose to get involved. This is why she is disassociated herself to that side. Because she didn't have a word. Because she didn't defend them. Okay? Peach gave Osha your address and Tana gave Drusilla your address. That's the bottom line, because Tana stated on her video that Drusilla was very angry with you and Nene. Drusilla was very angry with the photos. That's what everybody is saying. But see, where did Drusilla say that she was very angry with the photos? Because I didn't see Drusilla say that out of her own mouth. See, y'all making your own conclusions at this point. So I got to draw a conclusion for me. Did Drusilla say that she was that devilish or devious behind some photos? Because you know what she told me? You know what I got on the phone, or what I got behind that? That prompted that lady to call me and apologize to me. That's why Tana gave me that call with her on the phone. If anything, that lady told me when she seen me put her slide up on that YouTube, she actually had to go back and self-reflect. This is her words. What I did was actually help the lady, because somebody gonna have to send me the comment where she said she was that devious, because that lady then at that point in time left Peaches and them at that point. At that point, she decided that she also was gonna walk away from over there. When she seen that I did the YouTube owner, it did what it did for her, it did for a lot of others that left over there that y'all just don't know what it did for them, but they left. What it did for her is she hit Tana up and she really wanted to speak to Midnight. And Tana called me to mitigate that. Once again, like how she always do when it's something that involves me. That lady talked to me, and like I said, I felt like she was sincere, and it's all that matters is what I think when it comes to my situation of what's going on here. When I spoke with her, this is what she said to me. That lady Drusilla said, when I seen you put that picture up on me, I had to really go back and self-reflect because see, I grew up in the church and I was influenced, letting somebody else influence me to doing things that I normally do not do. She said that's not her. She said she had to run to her pastor because it was bothering her so much of the things that she said, the things that her behaviors on that other side. When she actually self-reflected, that she had to run to her pastor to be vindicted because she needed to repent because that was not her. That's not how she was brought up. So if anything of my picture did for her was actually make her go look at her inner self, and that's what it was supposed to do. It did exactly what it was supposed to do. It did exactly what it was supposed to do for her and some others that we don't know about, but the ones that chose to suddenly just dismiss themselves. That's what that did. That lady said, Midnight, I apologize to you about what I said in any of the comments that I was doing over there. My behavior was very much so unacceptable. My mother is also deceased. She was very sincere, honey. That's what I picked up. She even told me I'm dissociating myself from that side because that's the kind of energy that I don't need in my life. I'm blocking that lady. I'm not dealing with her. And she did just that. She did just that too. However, I didn't know how true she was going to be on her word, but she did just that. That lady did just that. She did just that. Moved around. So she stood on her word. What that thing, what my photo of her did for her was actually go back and make her see her behavior. Because I said, okay, you talking to me about what you want to apologize to me about, but what about everything else? Because see, that's what I said to her. I said, I forgive you and I accept your apology, and as it pertains to your behavior when it came to me. But if you're saying that you feeling vindictive about your behavior overall, what about everything else? This is why that lady made the decision to move around and did that. Only thing she got to show is that bull dagger peach on her patch on her head. She weak minded too, very. She don't talk to her, but she came back and said that Tana now don't have anything to do with it. So yes, she's trying to spare her. Yeah, because why would you well, or maybe it's just that she lied, sis. I mean, completely. You can't believe what comes out of these people's mouth. They are liars. Like, come on. You really intelligent. You gotta believe. You gotta know that that was a lie out the gate, sis. She just wanted me to take the heat off her. She just wanted the heat to come off her, so she tried to find two people to pin that shit on because she know that those two people are no longer over there. They not no longer part of the circle. So okay, boom, boom, bam. It's easy to say they did it. They no longer part over here. I could say they did it. These are some liars. I mean, like you can't believe shit they talking about. You can't really trust nothing they saying. This really some effed up ish for real, in our reality. The scary and prey on the weak, but plead the fifth when it comes to strong minded people. Exactly. And then she probably actually was sparing herself when she said Tana ain't got nothing to do with it because I think Tana do know a lot about what goes on over there. I think Tana got a lot of tea about what may be actually going on down that way. Why you think that Peach didn't go in on Tana when she left? Like you found that to be suspect. So did I. So did I. Why you think that she didn't go in the way that she go in on anybody else when it came to Tana? Because Tana may just be the motherfucking person over there that got too much. She listens. She's the listening ear over there, so she's just actually picking up all of the motherfucking tea they spill. She got all the dirt on them, so they don't want to go that way with her. She got all the tea on them, so that's why she did a rebuttal on Tana. I'm looking at it that way. That you knew you were lying out the gate because you didn't even have no receipts. You didn't have the receipts anyway. You didn't have the receipts, no way to show that these are the two people that you're claiming are the villains. You had no receipts to show that they were the ones actually facilitating no dirt. Shit, it was gonna be only right. That's a form of breaking too. Is y'all looking at that? That's a form of her already folding because the shit has already got real. It's already got real. That's a form of Oshaki folding already. When you go back and rebuttal and say, oh, by the way, nah, Peach ain't got nothing to do with it, or Tana ain't got nothing to do with it. They already knew Drusilla was probably gonna dismiss herself because they know she weak-minded. So now you trying to blame it on the one lady who actually finna dismiss herself and deactivate her whole account as she did because you know she not finna speak up. You know that she ain't gonna come up here with no receipts. So you gonna blame it on her. You gonna blame it on the weak-minded woman that y'all use as the pawn. Come on now. Stop. She came and tried to spare Tana. Yes, she did. She spared her by saying that she ain't had nothing to do with it, but that's probably because she lied out the gate. She didn't have. Listen, that's a lie to me when you talking about. First of all, since you got to, this is. Listen, y'all think different than I, and y'all got your own perspective and think however y'all want to think. But like I said, this is pertaining to me, so this is my information being linked. If a person came up on someone's live and said that, oh, XYZ and XYZ did this and I had nothing to do with it. They were the ones that's actually leaking your information and they right before you sitting in your face. You're going to show proof of these people doing XYZ. You didn't have the proof. So that even told me right then and there that you a liar. You didn't have the proof. You didn't have the proof to actually prove your statements that you're making out of your mouth. You had no evidence to support what you're saying. You're saying to the world on that page that Tana and Drusilla are the corporates. You got a phone in your hand. That's all you showing is another device, but you're not showing none of the receipts in that motherfucker. Proving your statements so that somebody can believe that you're exempt. She didn't do it. So out the gate, in my eyes, you're a liar. And I don't believe shit you're talking about. You can dismiss me with it. You're a liar. You did not prove your case. If you was in court, girl, you lost. Okay, the gavel goes down on you. You are not somebody that will see fit to be a winner. You did not support your case. You did not reveal evidence to support your statements of what you're making on two other individuals. You did not. You didn't have it. You didn't have it. You didn't have it. She didn't have it. So to me, she's a liar. Oshaki's a liar. To me, when you cannot prove that Tana or Drusilla have anything to do with anything, you're saying this out your mouth, though. Because, see, I was waiting on the proof. Because I'm fair-minded. I'm that much fair-minded. If you saying to me that you got some tea for me to sit, you saying that these two ladies are the villains. You saying these two ladies are the corporates. Man, let me see the receipts. Oh, she got some receipts. She finna clear her name. That lady did not clear her name at all. Because she had no receipts. She had no proof. That let me know that she's a liar out the gate. Nothing she say can be trusted. You going off of hearsay. See, and like I said, My theory is that she was quick to put the blame on Tana and Drusilla because they chose to silently walk away and dismiss themselves from that side. They chose to dismiss themselves from that side of the world of Facebook, and they were salty and disappointed about that, because one thing I know they were salty about it is because they kept saying, oh, she could at least called us. She didn't even give us a forewarning that we were going on the block. Both Osha Key and Peach. They kept saying that shit. Osha Key and Peach kept saying that. Like, she didn't give us no heads up. She didn't give us no warning. She didn't call. So y'all try to find somebody to actually throw that shit on. And why wouldn't y'all pick the two people that y'all feel are sitting in my face because y'all want everybody to be a snake? Them not the only two people that they call snakes in my room. They want everybody to be a snake sitting before me. It's just not them two. They want everybody to be a op, everybody to be a snake. So it was easy for them to throw it that way. You didn't prove your case when it came to me because, like I said, I'm open-minded. If she had the real proof and she turned that phone around and showed me some real tea that Tana and Drusilla had did any of that, or Tana gave that lady my address, I would have been able to say, okay, at least she did that, and I see that she cleared herself. That lady didn't do that. Nor did she present herself over here. And like Miss Juju said, I'm giving Drusilla credit for still coming on my panel several times over here. That lady's story has not changed. So everybody saying that she was upset about the picture, I'm sure she felt some kind of way because she was on their team at that point in time. Okay, yeah, she none of them didn't really like what I was doing about them. She wasn't the only person that I put pictures up there. And that was just my first time doing it on her with one photo. But I had been doing Sour Patch and Osha Key all fucking week. I had been doing them all week long. So I'm sure none of them weren't really pleased about the pictures going up. But I'm gonna need somebody to see out of her mouth. Cause see, we can't listen, did she say that? Because what I picked up from it, y'all don't know about the phone call that happened on my line, my personal phone with Drusilla and Tana calling me for her. Y'all don't know how that lady sounded to me. Y'all don't know what was said over the phone to me. However, I did just tell y'all what was said. What my picture did for her, and it does do this for people. I know that much to be so. It doesn't just make everybody so mad. Some people can actually look at their behaviors and go back and self-reflect on their behaviors in places and say, well, look, damn, I don't really like what I'm saying about XYZ. Because it wasn't just about me. When you were calling to apologize to me and you got a deceased mother, when she told me she had a deceased mother, I said, you should have known better than that. That let somebody else's energy dictate how you choose to move out here, dictate how you choose to behave. Because at the end of the day, you still a grown ass lady. But I felt the sincereness of her voice. I felt the sincereness of that lady's apology. And when that lady told me that she was removing herself from that group of people and that type of energy, I didn't want to believe that she was telling me a fact there, but she actually did just what she said she was going to do. She did just that. That lady removed herself. That lady dismissed herself from those crowds of people. She detached herself from over there. Why you think Sour Patch did so many lives talking about something? I was wondering where the Drusilla chick went. She bounced. That lady left. Tana had even made the decision that she was going to even try to let peace be peace and left. So who leaking what? Ain't no leaking to it. Listen, two people over there had my address. Tana had it. Peaches had it. That's not true. Tana got mad because Peach no longer wanted to speak on me and said that she didn't want to do that on her page. Tana came back to confess it. Now, sis, you're missing some in-betweens info. No, I'm not, because listen, I know what happened. Just like when Tana was on Peach's live and she was speaking on me, because I got the recall, sis. Tana was on Peach's live and Peaches wanted to speak on Darth Vader, which is me. Tana didn't want to speak on her or speak on me. Peaches was on Tana live while she was speaking on you, and Peaches didn't want to speak on you. Exactly. That's how that went. I know. Tana was on Peach Live when Peaches decided to speak on me, and she said no, she ain't got nothing to do with that. She said no. Tana said no to her. And when Peach came to Tana Live where she was speaking on you, Peach didn't want to speak on you. That's how that went. But Tana had already told me over the phone that like she was gonna even let the shit be like what it is. You know what I'm saying? Let the shit be what it is. They were sick of the bullshit. I mean, they were sick of the bullshit. So they both got mad at each other for the same thing, pretty much. If we gonna actually keep that shit 100, if we gonna keep that 100, they both actually did not want. This is what it is. They both was actually proclaiming peace because we gonna keep a shit 100. Because I'm also a realist with how I look at shit. Both of these women were claiming that they want peace. Yeah, Peaches didn't want to speak on your name, but Tana didn't want to speak on mine. However, they still wanted to speak on the people that they wanted to speak on, if you feel what I'm saying. So when it came to you with Peaches, she wasn't going to help Tana have a conversation about you on Tana's live. When it came to midnight, Tana was not going to help Peaches out by having a conversation about me with her on her live. However, both of them still was declaring that they wanted some form of peace. I don't understand where that shit came in. Danny, who are definitely not making about me. I said on facts why you mad. Okay, who is Danny D anyway? Who is this person? Glam, stop trying to control Midnight. Thanks. You are very controlling and narcissistic. Who is this? Who is this person? I'm gonna have to who is this person right here? This Danny D person. I'm gonna actually put you on pause for a minute. Cause I don't know who the fuck you are either, though, truth be told. I don't know who that is. For all I know, that might be somebody coming through another motherfucking page or something. I'ma just stop commenting. My issue is Tana. She can pull up. I have screenshots and records and really haven't missed a beat. Tana, my issue, and I'ma wax that. That's it, and that's all. How you doing, Miss Wanda? I don't know who Danny D is, but Danny D, you on just a timeout right now, sweetheart. Cause I don't know who that is behind that page. Really don't know. Tana ain't no listening ear when her fake called me when we were in the hotel and talked about Peach listening ear. Where she still could be considered a listening ear on the fact that she knows a lot of dirt between that circle and she's just soaking it up. You know how a sponge work? How somebody actually use information just like when you around on the platforms on Facebook and you soak up information where you getting it from. Anybody can work like a sponge though, sis. Anybody. That means you just listening for tea that people might not catch. Cause I mean, me and you ain't the only ones that think like that though. It's a lot of people like that in the world. It's a lot of folks like that. A lot of people think like sponges and soak up tea that people most likely might catch or miss. We're not the only ones that think like that. So even though them people were messy over there, and even though she was even being messy at sometimes over there with them when she was over there, because they all like to do the certain kind of the same shit, that don't mean that she still can't be picking up shit that may be juicy enough to use against the motherfucker if she was ever to dismiss herself from over there. That don't mean that she couldn't have been doing shit like that. That don't mean that she couldn't have still been soaking up information that she know she can use against a motherfucker over there if she was ever to dissociate herself from them. And to be honest, I feel like she does know a lot. I feel like she knows a lot about what goes on or what has been discussed amongst people over there. They know that. This is why that lady didn't have no tea. This is why she had not one piece of tea. Not one. She didn't have no damn tea. When you talking legal, people don't want to lose out in real life due to mess on social media, fake drama. These real serious allegations, disclosing personal information is a federal offense. Okay? How her listening, but she stated that she originally called you about me. She didn't call me about you though. She called me about my own tea. See, you didn't come in on that part. But I'm gonna make this clear, just like I made it clear right here. I'm gonna tell you right here. Tana texts my phone. Tana texts me. You can't be so quick to believe what you hear out here. This is what I'm saying. But see, I'm gonna have to tell y'all how I think, because nobody can't think for me. That's one thing. When Tana texts me, how did Midnight know what Tana wanted to hit me up or talk to me about? When her text says, "Can you please call me?" Or "Can you call me, please?" What is that actually telling me that she's going to tell me? For that fact, it's Friday. I didn't know I was going to receive any kind of reaching out from Tana, nor about what. But what I can say Tana do is that she don't never call my phone unless it has something to do with Midnight. That's one thing she do and call me on. Anything that pertains to me and me only. When Tana texts me, I got time to text or call her. I got time to give a call to her. So I did. She didn't pick up. I text her saying that I tried calling her. She needs to call me back. She told me to try calling her back. When I got Tana on the phone, she told me about her question was, "Did you hear the tea?" That was her first statement to me. "Did you hear the tea?" Ash lady is really trying to dig for you. She's trying to figure out where you stay. She's trying to figure out where you work. Tana told me that lady Googled me, and she found a brown brick building, something like that. We talked around my chain of events about what she had just given me, that hot tea that this lady was so deep into Midnight that she wanted to go scoping and looking for my address. She wanted to go looking for my place of employment. That was Tana's first statement to me, because guess what? That has to pertain to me. She was just letting me know that that lady is going too far looking for your address. That lady is going too far looking for your place of employment, trying to figure out where you stay and work. She said that the lady Googled her or Googled me and found a brown brick building, found all my information on Google. I said she found me on Google. That's when she then said, "I was going to ask you for a favor." This is what Tana's saying. This her. "I was going to ask you for a favor." I said, "What's that?" So how did I know what she was going to ask me if she's saying I was going to ask you for a favor? I said, "What's that?" She was like, "Go get your sister." Then she started going into chain of events of why you and her going back and forth. But this is what I said to her. I said, "What you and sis got going on, that ain't got nothing to do with me. That ain't got nothing to do with me at all." And that was the end of that. Because I didn't know if her favor was going to be that she wanted me to reach out to you, get between y'all issues. If that was something that I wasn't doing prior to her asking me for that favor, it's not going to be something that I start right now, sweetheart. It's not going to be something that I start at this moment. It's not going to be something that I start right now. I told her what you and her got going on, that's between you and her, and they ain't got shit to do with me. Them my exact words to her. "That's you and sis. It ain't got shit to do with me." And that shit was dismissed. She called me originally for my tea. asking me, have I heard about anything of this lady trying to actually do so much deep research on midnight trying to find my address and my place of employment? That's what she mentioned to me first before she even said I was going to ask you to do me a favor. So the favor would have been if I would have even took the bait. That's not something I'm going to do though, because I don't allow nobody to call my phone to do so with nobody else. Her favor was she probably wanted me to talk to you as in regards to you and her beefs. Because she went off into something, saying something about how she feel like you thought that she had to do with CPS calls and it ain't had nothing to do with her. I said, listen, what you and sis got going on ain't got nothing to do with me. What you and sis got going on ain't got shit to do with me. And that was left right there. She called me about my tea. That's why she asked me, have you heard the tea? I said, no, what tea? Oh, Ash, XYZ, Ash is looking for your place of address. She's trying to find where you work. She the one that told me that. That's how she ended up calling me. That's how she ended up calling me. She slipped you in when she was saying that she was going to ask me to do a favor. So you was the favor, but the favor was not rendered. That conversation was dismissed with the quickness. Do you hear me? When have I ever got between you and her beef? Y'all been beefing for a long ass time since on here. When have I ever stood between you and Tana beef? Y'all both grown. Just like she wasn't gonna be able to tell me to go speak to you. I told her, shit, you and sis beef is y'all beef. That ain't got shit to do with me. That ain't got shit to do with me. She called me about my tea because that had to do with midnight. She let me know that a motherfucker is looking to actually obtain my information, such as my personal address and my place of employment. So definitely midnight had no idea off a notation of looking at a text like that. I mean, come on now. When somebody asks you to call them, do you know what they want? Do you know what they need? No. You got to reach out to them to see what the reasoning is, right? Nobody actually can be able to say to me that they knew that I can take from her saying, can you please call me, as if I'm saying that she knew she was going to speak to me about you, or that I knew she was going to even tell me that another motherfucker was digging so hard for my address or my place of employment. You are not going to pick that up from that. There's no specifics there at all. The only way you're going to actually find out what a motherfucker really got to spill to you is reaching back out. That's it. The first thing Goonie Lady said was Drew and Tana had something to do with it on fire. Marsha Bill live and turned around and said, I have receipts. If you unblock her, then hours later, Tana had. Listen, they neither one of them had receipts. Why? And that's another dumb statement. Why do it take for you to ask me to unblock you on the motherfucking Facebook app for you to show me some receipts? Man, you was on the Facebook app when you was on that influencers live. Why you didn't show the world the receipts? If you really truly had. If you really truly had receipts to support your statements, you would have showed that to her live. That still would have been getting it to me because somebody ended up sending me that same live. That's how I seen that she didn't have shit. I'm like, oh, this lady didn't show shit either. That's why I'm like, when I received that call from the influencer about that live, I wasn't so quick to jump about hearing what they were saying. But when I actually got the live sent to me, I said, shit, this is why right here. Because I mean, she didn't show not one receipt. That's all hearsay. And that's not valid in my motherfucking world. That's not valid. You're saying if you trying to actually say that somebody else is responsible for something else and you can't prove that, then you don't sound right to me. You look like a liar. That's what you look like. You look much like a liar though. And your word is not bond. Because I don't see what would have stopped you from doing it there. You just holding the phone talking about it's in this phone. No. And then on her second live where she said it ain't Tana or it's not Peaches, she did say I got some recordings, but I can't play them because of the privacy laws. You weren't worried about privacy laws when y'all was leaking my address and when one of you motherfuckers came through my live putting my address out there with my personal phone number. Y'all wasn't thinking about no privacy laws then. So little 304. Yoshi Oshi, don't try to cry about no motherfucking privacy laws now. Why you so worried about motherfucking privacy laws in the law right now when you motherfuckers been broke laws? One of you motherfucking whores came through my motherfucking live and put my motherfucking address in the comments twice. So you motherfuckers weren't worried about no privacy laws before then. All of a sudden now you worried about privacy laws. Oh, I got some recordings, but I didn't get consent for them to be played. That's just another excuse. That's just another excuse, boo, because you weren't worried about no ROIs, no release of information before that. Don't worry about it now. You just see that motherfuckers finna be on business with you. Don't worry about that shit now, because you done already broke the law with putting my address on here on something like a public service platform like Facebook. See, that's another contradicting statement she made. This is the game for them in entertainment. Action speaks louder than words. They are all still playing in the background outside of Drew. They are all still playing. Drew is gone. That lady deactivated her account. None of y'all will find her. I'm finna go through some of Drew's comments from the last live she was on. How I know Drew gone is because I looked her up. How I know Drew gone? She deactivated her account. That lady went. That lady did. Which is also a form of suspect to me, because listen, if you were actually saying that you had nothing to do with this is why I said none of them really can be trusted. Because if you really saying to my platform on YouTube that you had nothing to do with that and you didn't get my information, it's probably overwhelming to the motherfucking lady, because she feel played like a fiddle, like a yo-yo. She feel played like a fiddle. She feel played like a fucking yo-yo, because she let these grown ass women dictate her thoughts and how she move. However, that lady did deactivate her account. That lady did move up off the Facebook app. She's not no longer somebody you gonna find. I just don't like this whole situation at all, because they are doing this crap in other people's names. I put them on a ban. They can't even respond no more, because I don't even know who Danny D is. Nobody really wants it with Midnight. Simple as that. Midnight will and did chew their asses up, and that's that. But to be quickly to blame others, so that's why they get embarrassed and chewed up. Point blank. And then they don't have no problem putting the blame on people who's no longer around. No longer around them. Just like they say all of those trolls that come on their pages, they looking at them as ops. Whole time it might be just them throwing it up. Because like I said, when I find out who is actually behind all of these fake pages, the ones that I caught on my live 2 days ago, I'm going to find out. Whole time it's them. They keep contradicting themselves, talking about they don't have fake pages. Then one live, they'll go in there and say, oh, I was able to view it behind a bogus page. I'm able to view everything y'all doing, because shit, I got motherfuckers dropping them screen records in my motherfucking inbox. Because see, y'all not that important for me to actually go back and watch. This is why I hadn't even heard about the live that she was on with Peaches. I was told about that live. I was told about that live with a phone call. I was told about that live by 2 people, because I was told by somebody earlier that day, but then sis also told me that she wanted to talk to me about it live. I said, sis, shit, I already know. You can't put no trust in none of these people. I don't put nothing past any of them. I am following this situation because I want to know who and why people are doing something to be BS in my name. Yep, and yours too. Well, I done told people my government name. That's nothing. That's nothing that I'm hiding. Everybody who watch me know my government name. Everybody who watching me know my government name. My government name been spoken several times on my live. That's not something that's in the unknown, honey. That's not in the unknown. That's not in the unknown for many reasons. I talk about what I do on my job. My personal profile is in my government name. That's not really in the unknown. I've spoke my government name on my platform many a times. So everybody do know me by Sheila Dukes. That's not in the unknown. Everybody knows my name if they paid attention. Say that again, midnight privacy laws. They didn't care. Exactly. You see how she came back? The same sentence she came back and said that Tana and Peaches had nothing to do with it. She talking about she got some recordings, but she can't play because she worried about consent. Worried about not getting consent from a motherfucker, but you didn't have consent from me neither. And how I know that those fake pages are hers is because I seen her in your room on your birthday lives with some of them same pages. That's her. Those are pages she operates. Some of them same pages that came down on my live that night when I seen my personal information in my live stream in the comments. That first one under that hashtag John page, I couldn't screenshot that one. They stated what they stated, which was my address because I seen it and they deleted it. But then they came under a Melissa Jones and did the same shit. I screenshot that one. I was able to catch that one. Them was some of the same pages on your page. They were some of the same fake pages that came through your page. It don't take no rocket scientist to figure out who operating what and who behind what. Good afternoon, midnight, and everyone on the live. None of them can't be trusted. You already know that. That's why none of their word can't be taken. I don't care what they see. I don't go off of what people say though. I'm a more of an action chick. I don't go off of what's said by somebody and what's coming out somebody's mouth. Because see, one thing about it is if you're saying something, you're gonna have to support what you're saying by showing a receipt. I go by receipt. So you can't sell me. You can't sell me, and I'm not easily sold by what somebody say. Then, like I said, the way that it's being said and the way that they are moving, they moving very sloppy. So you're not even sticking to the script of what you first said, nor can you prove what it is that you said somebody else is responsible for. You have no proofs. Why wouldn't you want to prove to these people or me, myself, because it is my address? Why wouldn't you want to approve to me so you can be out of hell and hot water with this legal matter that these two ladies got something to do with leaking my address on social media? Because this is what you're saying. Why wouldn't you want to prove that to the one person that's going to actually make you pay for it? Huh? Why wouldn't you want to do that if that's the real tea? Because I'm not easily sold off of what's told. I'm not easily sold by what's told. I move off actions and receipt. This is why I got to always bring forth a good receipt when I come and bring it forth. Now, let's go into some of Drusilla's comments, and we finna also discuss it. This is the very last live this lady was on when she was on Tana Live. When Tana was asking her why she didn't come over here and just tell my panel what she told her. This lady said, but I thought everything was done. I don't know how she thought everything was done when I understand that you say that the Lord had dealt with you. I understand you say the Lord dealt with you, but you had did the dirt before the Lord dealt with you. All of the dirt was already done in the midst of before you actually sat back and did self-reflection. The dirt had already been done. So now she wants out because she can't really stand the heat. She can't really take the heat of this dirt that has been done, but the dirt had already been done before you was vindicated, my dear. So you didn't surely think that it was just going to be easy walk in the park and things was going to be dropped when y'all talking about linking my personal information that y'all didn't have. consent to do so for by me. And I would have never gave a motherfucking consent because like I said, if I want a motherfucker to know any of my personal info, why wouldn't I be the first motherfucker to put it up here? If I really wanted motherfuckers to know that kind of information about me, it should come from me. It would definitely not come through no motherfucking body else. So that would be something that Midnight would never give a okay to no motherfucking body to do. So I didn't hope and surely think that why this lady think that everything was going to be like a walk in the park and things was just going to go back to being smooth sailing when y'all had already did y'all dirt prior to my address being leaked out, because my address was just leaked out on a Friday. She says then this, but I know I didn't get her address or give it out to anyone. This is what this lady's saying. And this is why I'm thinking in my head, I know that they feel like this lady weak. They know she weak from the first roundabout. You heard Peach on her live clowning her about the picture, saying that, oh, she chose to just dip out because they put her picture up there, and said, well, how they get my pictures? And she said, it's Facebook. Shit, you get it from Facebook. She bailed out then. But even she did not know why that lady really bailed. I did. I know that that lady felt some way about the pictures. Of duh, y'all, it was me doing it live. Like, do you think that I thought that she was not going to be pleased with my pictures that I was putting up? Y'all thought that? Did y'all really think that I thought she was going to be happy if I'm actually talking about her? I'm dissing her. Okay, I'm dissing her like I'm dissing the rest of her, the rest of her crew. I'm dissing all of them. So surely none of them didn't like the diss, to be quite frankly honest. None of them didn't like that diss. But that lady had so much to say in the comments section when it came to Midnight, and she didn't know me. That lady had so much to say about my mother in comments when you are piggybacking off of that host lady over there. You had a lot to say, so surely you didn't think that you was going to be one of those people off the hook. Surely you didn't think that you was not going to be somebody that Midnight speak on. Because I already told everybody over there that whomever I see in the comments, when that shit is being sent to me and I see you doing too much in the comments, I'm going to definitely speak on you. And I did. I spoke on everybody who I felt like I needed to speak and address on. So she's claiming she didn't have my address, nor did she give my address to anyone. Now, do you see how the storylines are not making sense? It's not linking. It's not linking up on no end. I was told by Tana that she went on Google. She Googled me. Tana said that Shaki Googled me. She found me on Google. This lady say that she didn't have my address, nor did she give my address to anyone. Shaki is saying that this lady and Tana are the ones who was behind the dirt, was leaking my address, but she didn't have no proof to show that. I told them Shaki got the information from her friend from the States. Another lie. Again, one thing about a good pathological liar is this. A pathological liar or a good liar will say any kind of a statement to get the heat off of him or her. Okay? I don't even think that state friend exists. I don't think that line exists at all because, like I said, they between a collective group of people that already has two people that have my address. Why in the fuck would they have to go searching for anything that's already within the crew? The information is already there. Why would anybody have to go outside of that circle to go look for my address when it's easy for them to get it from the people that they talk to within that collective group of people? Why? What sense does that make? Who's doing the extra work? Nobody. Because just like I said, I don't give a fuck about Peach. I don't care for that lady. I despise her and Osha. And they have the same energy this way for me. So it's easy for that bitch to give my address to somebody. Why she on her live so quick to say, before you start, can you let them know that I didn't know anything about this? Can you let them know that I had nothing to do with this? That's coaching Miss Osha Key. You're prompting her. You're actually prompting her when you say shit like that because you don't want yourself to look so hot, but you already been hot. You already been hot in my book. You already been hot in my book, and you definitely was one with my address. Exactly. Actions speak louder than words. But everybody about that life be about it and speak up and say who did it. Nobody can do that. Nobody not gonna do that now. You know why they not gonna do it now? Because the law has already been broken. So they trying to figure out who to put it on. And they also trying to figure out what other storylines they can throw out there. Because like I said, it's been so many different storylines already put out here. It's been so many different storylines throughout here that you just don't know who the fuck to believe at this point. Keep telling them Osha got it from her friend. She got the info from her friend. Like I said, I don't believe that friend. That friend will be Sour Peach. However, Osha Key want to protect Peaches to save face for her so she doesn't look like the corporate that she really is. And that's why she's going to be one of the first people tomorrow. I work a half a day tomorrow. I'm off at noon. I'm going to take care of that business tomorrow because, like I said, you whores got to know that y'all can't play with everybody in that manner. And now y'all all trying to do a cleanup job that y'all not doing too well on. Y'all not doing too well at cleaning it up. Y'all already threw the world so many different scenario and excuses. And like I said, I don't believe not now one. So you know what I got to go off? I got to go off of fallacy. I got to go off facts. So when I go to these laws about pressing them charges, one thing that I know is facts is that I know two people had my address. One thing I know facts is that one of the people that I has my address definitely is somebody who is very vindictive and manipulative. Definitely is a person that kept my name in her mouth. Definitely is a person that spoke on deceased family members. I have not a likings for this lady. And that's exactly what I'm going to show them and tell them. This is why I didn't get rid of none of the evidence. All of my lives and YouTubes, might I add, are legal recordings that will be also used. So when I press these charges on, I got to go off facts. Fuck what somebody came on somebody else's live and said. I got to go off the fact that two people knew my address over there. That's the facts of the matter. Because just like Midnight said, I've been knowing that lady's address for both of them. I've been knowing both of their addresses for such a long time now, but never will ever come on the internet and leak that information to not even your eye or your enemy. Because see, I, on the other hand, do know privacy laws and the charges that it can hold. I do, on the other hand, know about HIPAA laws. I do, on the other hand, respect shit like that. Because when you actually go against the grain and break that kind of law, when you break that type of law, you are in some deep trouble. You are also in some deep shit. All I needed was a person name, and come to find out that lady name is Osha Owens. That's your legal name. I just had to really verify that. So all I really need is your legal name, and then you already stated on your Facebook where you from, what state you live in. So it won't be easy. It won't be hard to find your actual address when I actually go press the charge on you, because I know that you got my information from her. I know you got my information from her. Y'all talk every day on the phone. It would have been easy for her to say, "Oh, I got her address. I can give it to you, but just don't tell them I gave it to you." That sounds like something she'll say too. I got her address. Oh, I got her address. I got it, twin. I give it to you, but don't say you got it from me. So she had to find out all these different type of storylines as to say who she got the motherfucking information from and who she went through to get it, because she really got it through Peaches. So you came on here and made it so that you got all the information from another motherfucker, when you know that motherfucker originally you got it from was Peaches. That's who gave it to you. They still didn't come on Midnight's Live, and they didn't, and didn't. And that's another thing that I'm going to, because I'm also a fair person. So I definitely peep game when it comes to giving a person credit where credit is due. That lady still did. I don't care what time she came through my YouTube. She still came, and she came up more than once. I don't care what time she came through. The point is that she still was woman enough to come through. And she's going to get credit for that on my life. She's going to get credit for that. That lady still came through, and she stayed on her story. Her story didn't change. Her story didn't change. These is comments after my YouTube was done. She went on Tana's Live. Tana's Live was streamed after my YouTube was done. This lady went over there. This was her last live she was on because she was telling her that she's going to deactivate her account. Now, I don't like the way that she did that because that makes you look suspect, see? And this why she's still going to be in the lineup of somebody who's going to be pressed charges on. Nobody is somebody that I trust, especially if you already had my address. I definitely know what I know, but I can't even go to these people and say that, oh, I think that this is what happened, XYZ, because you know what the question at hand gonna be with these people? Do you have proof or do you have some type of evidence to show that? They're gonna still need records, okay? You can't just go up there making statements and you have no proof because they're gonna want you to support what you're saying. You're gonna have to have evidence to support what you're saying. So I gotta go off the fact I know for sure I've been a merchant and buyer from this lady for 2 years ago because I hadn't bought from her since then. 2 years ago, I was a valuable customer with her though. 2 years ago, I was a valuable customer with Peaches to the point where I bought purses from her. I bought so much jewelry from her. I bought necklaces from her. I bought shades from her. I was a valuable buyer with her LLC, something else that I'm going to hit. Okay. Something else that I'm going to hit is your LLC because as a businesswoman, I know you gave that Miss Owens my information. And Miss Owens, you got to be crazy as a motherfucker too. You just put yourself in the trick box, boo. You let that lady do just what she did with Drusilla. Drusilla allowed y'all to use her and manipulate her like a pawn, like you playing a game of checkers, not chess, because she not strong. She weak. She broke too quick. Y'all not playing chess. Y'all playing checkers. Small thing, okay? Something that them kids play. Y'all not playing the big boys game of chess. Y'all was playing checkers. You letting Peaches play with you like a checkerboard. And she did. And you almost just about ready to fold, but you don't want to have that heat on with Peaches, see? That's also what I'm also picking up about you because I picked that up on your live when you came back and said Tana and Peaches ain't had nothing to do with that. I feel like you want to even break, you know what I'm saying? And you finna break once y'all get that paperwork because I got a half a day tomorrow. I made sure that I emailed them today. I have some business legally to handle. I should have took the whole day, but see, I'm gonna do a half a day at work. After my afternoon time, I'm gonna be going right down to my courthouse because I will already be downtown, and I'm gonna be pressing charges on you all for leaking my personal information without my consent, especially when it comes to your business. So you better be worried about your LLC. If I was you, I would really be worried about that because I'm sure I'm not the first person you done that shit to, even though I'm the first person y'all actually put that shit in my comments on. And then I don't know where else y'all may have shared my information. That's another thing. That's why I'm going to get you on that too. Because see, y'all came down my live stream with it and y'all showed me that y'all know my address by putting it in my comment section. But see, on social media, I don't know what else or where else y'all could have posted that. I don't know where else y'all could have posted it. And I'm gonna let these people know that I already got an open investigation when it comes to y'all being hacked or being looked at to be fakers behind fake pages, because it has nothing to do with this. This will be just civil, a civil matter. And I'm letting you know, just like I told y'all on my live, I was letting you know what charges I'm pressing on y'all. So Miss Owens, Oshaki Owens, that's your actual legal name. And I know your city and state. That's all I need. Corinda Portwood, I got your all of your info. Miss Corinda Portwood, I'm calling y'all by y'all legal names because this is what I'm finna go on handle you tomorrow. Corinda Portwood, you definitely gonna be handled. Your LLC for Peaches and Cream, and I'm telling everything LLC, that will be handled. Miss Oshaki Owens, okay, you in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania? Yeah, I know. You will be handled. Oh, Drusilla Crew, you in Brooklyn, New York. All I need is y'all names and y'all state where y'all at. They gonna find y'all. The ones who I don't actually know your address to, they gonna actually give me an address on you. And then I just have to go on and just keep that shit valid and keep that shit a buck because I know two of y'all have my address, so I'm gonna give Tana name as well. Because I don't know who to believe on this thing because y'all all done told different scenarios. First and foremost, Tana told me that the lady Googled me. Somebody definitely know who gave who my address, but see, nobody's gonna be able or real enough to come out and speak to clear their motherfucking names. Somebody definitely know who gave who what. See, that's what I don't know. But I know who had what. So I gotta go off of facts. So I got to go off the facts right here. I know who had my address because, see, for the fact of the matter is, yeah, this Corinda lady had my address because I did business with her. So she was not by law obligated to give not nobody else my address after me doing business with her is the only reason why that lady ever had my address. Miss Corinda Portwood also had my phone number because in recent times, when me and her had a dilemma, June, at the end of June, when you came through my live talking real jazzy, Tana called my phone on behalf of you. I told Tana to call you, but I also told Tana prior to that to give you my number. Now, I'm sure she did, so you did have my personal line. So, see, this is what we have to proceed off of facts. And the fact that all of y'all collectively, well, Tana ain't over there no more, but and Drusilla's not over there. But at the time y'all actually was discussing my address, all of y'all were a collective item. Y'all did make that clear on my panel yesterday on my YouTube. That's one thing that was made clear on my YouTube panel is that it had been discussed that that lady been wanting my address. So everybody knew that that lady been wanting my address, and that's where she got it from. She got it from that circle. So I don't know what y'all actually throwing out here for people to believe on social media, but what y'all did, y'all can't already turn, y'all can't undo that. Y'all can't turn back the hands of times on that because listen, I don't know. First of all, first point, you came through here to show me that you knew my information when you put my address in my comments. You motherfuckers is pure dummies. Y'all should have about kept that information to yourself if you did know it. Then by you putting that in my comment section, there's no other way of me knowing that y'all have not posted that in any groups or other places. I don't know where y'all could have posted that before or where y'all may have posted it up. So this is going to be the fact of the matter. The fact of the matter is one of them claimed is one of them have an LLC and I was a buyer. I was a customer with her business. That's the only how that lady got my address. The other lady got my address because she sent me a gift. That's the only how she has my address. I have to go off facts. Because see, even when I go in my courthouse, they're gonna still say if I made statements to these people, they're gonna still ask me for the record of proof, honey. They're gonna still want some form of proof. And I got a lot of proof on that Corinda Portwood. So you're gonna be the one that's gonna take the fall. Miss Oshaki, you definitely gonna be number two. However, these people proceed with these charges that I'm pressing, you're gonna definitely take that fall. Because another dead giveaway was your pages that you used when you came through my live stream. Some of the same pages I seen on other people profiles and platforms. You gave yourself away. You basically gave yourself away with coming under those same bogus ass names in my comments. Those same names. None of y'all can't be trusted. None of you can't. So I got to go off of what I got. I got to go off of the fact that I know I got that Corinda Portwood lady. I got all your info, boo. Every bit. I'm talking about not missing a beat. Except your social security number. That's not needed. Because once I give them your name and this address, they going to find your social. That's another thing that I don't know that y'all may have of mine that y'all didn't also display. So it's going to be a whole thing about identity theft that I'm going to actually do on y'all. Because listen, one thing that I do know is however y'all saw fit to get my information, Midnight don't know if y'all even got hold of my social security number. I don't even know if y'all got hold of my social security number, boo. But one thing I'm going to do is press charges for identity fraud, not having proper release of information or consent, and for harassment, coming down my timeline, putting shit like that in my comment section, deleting it, and constantly coming up under my pages with it. And I got a whole line of evidence when it comes to all of those other videos that I did, even though I wasn't on Facebook. I still got those records because you were still speaking and bringing my name up. So that is a record all day long. This is why I don't get rid of shit like that. Not to mention that all of my lives, even the live that I did in the red lights when I was talking about how y'all released my information illegally, how y'all release my information, that is also another record. Anything that's been put on here is considered to be a record of evidence. Okay? I have the screenshot. I have all of those fake. I have everything that I sent to the attorney's firm. I'm going to show these people because I want it all to be in my report. Because when I say I'm going to press y'all and hit y'all where it hurts, I want to know if y'all really truly got a bag. Because I'm definitely going to press charges on you. I'm definitely going to render a verdict or a judgment on you that I need you to pay me because you had no idea or you had no right. I didn't give you right to misuse my information, my personal information in that manner as a businesswoman. You had no right. You broke the law. Just know that. So don't be surprised when y'all get hit with this paperwork because I damn sure made sure that I was off at noon by tomorrow. I already know where I got to go because I didn't already talk to the district police station over here. And if I'm going to go through a civil matter or I can't go to the police station, I'm going to my courthouse to do it, to opening it. I got to go through the courthouse when it comes to civil lawsuits because it's going to be a civil lawsuit. Okay. And you know they do shit virtual now. So y'all going to have to be in court now. We all in different states. So that's how that's going to work. I'm just letting y'all know how that works because I already know how it works. But y'all definitely gonna get hit with those charges for identity fraud because, like I said, y'all got a lot of information about Midnight that Midnight did not give y'all consent to have, and y'all may even have, as far as my social security number, and Midnight don't know what y'all may be doing with that form of information. Then you leaked it on a public platform such as Facebook, social media. You getting hit with identity fraud, improperly releasing information without consent, which is breaking so many HIPAA laws and privacy laws, and then harassment laws. That's what I'm hitting everybody with right there. Everybody getting hit with that right there. Utana Snipes is her legal name, standing on next. Everything is in black and white. So When I make my moves, it will be all legit and solid, and I have all live recordings with screenshots. Yeah, because that's a form of proof. That's why I'm saying you have to have proof. You can't just go to these people, even in law, with hearsay. That won't even hold up in no court of law. That won't even hold up in nobody's court of law. Where you go in there just saying, "Oh, I was told this by so and so said this, so and so said that." Where your proof at? Them people don't care about none of that. Where your evidence to support the things that you're saying, ma'am or sir? That's what they're gonna be asking your ass. Like, where are your evidence? Do you have any evidence to support anything that you're saying? That's all them people gonna be asking you. All of this for what? Coming from old grown adults. Because you know what it's from? Deluxe creation. All this for this. I'm gonna tell you exactly why. First of all, for them to be so grown and for them to be people to say that they have jobs, I'm talking about like real life jobs, they have no time for this XYZ and that. You have too much time on your hand, but it's all for this. Peaches and I don't jig. I've tried with that lady several times. I even tried to be cordial on accounts of others for that lady. But that lady stayed throwing in subliminal. She's another person that don't talk directly to you. She's very indirect. She throws so many in subliminals. She throws so much fucking shade to the point where I just got sick of the shade that she would pick up in all her in subliminals. And she got mad because I was in another content creator's room that no longer chooses to deal with her. She mad because so many people walked away from her. So she see people in other places, you know what I'm saying, and feel some kind of way, especially if they're addressing her and she feel like nobody didn't say anything to defend her or they stayed around to listen while somebody is expressing themselves about her. She don't like shit like that. But one thing she can't do is control my footsteps nor my thoughts. And that lady knows that about me. And that's what she really do not respect about me. And I just truly do not give a damn. So I decided to say, like, you know what? At this point, I can't try to deal with a motherfucker as shady as her because I know myself and I know me and her gonna have a falling out again. So I just dismiss myself from her. And I was expressing how shady she was. You know what I'm saying? Just how shady she does her people. She just shady altogether. It's just real shady. So I'm gonna dismiss myself from her. So she didn't like that. She don't like the fact that if she feel like she see you over there on her platform enough, or if you come through her platform enough and you are in other places on other influencers platforms and they may be speaking about her because of what some shit she may have done or said, because her mouth is ruthless. She let whatever come out of that motherfucking mouth of hers and then think no repercussions is supposed to come behind that, but I'm gonna let her keep thinking that one. However, she's a person that has to be made an example out of. And so she has flunkies, which people that attach themselves to that kind of shit, as this lady Oshaki Owens did. She has attached herself to breaking the law for this motherfucking lady. This lady don't truly give a damn about you, honey. And when it comes down to it, when they get them paperworks, they gonna start folding on one another because y'all really don't know each other. I feel like that lady Oshaki Owens already ready to fold. I feel like she's already ready to spill the tea, the real tea. I feel like she's ready to tell somebody who actually gave her that info. Let me share this one thing that the headquarters asked me. Are these content creators doing it for monetary gain? I said yes. I was informed by enforcement. That's a bigger charge. Mm-hmm. Tangi Bonds is another legal name for me. All this was written on my page and they did post in the group. They told me that they would. What they post in the group and what group is it? Because I'm gonna need you to let me know what was it posted in the group Who was that pertaining to? Because this, like I said, that's why I said I think way broader, because I don't know what they did with that information. I know they came through my live with it, but ain't no telling where they post that at. It ain't no telling where. And then I know that lady Oshaki is also behind the one page that I don't know if you suspected that lady to be behind, but it was confirmed that she's behind it. It was confirmed that she's behind it. It was confirmed through somebody else that she's behind it. Maybe we should just be putting it all out here since everybody want to spill the tea on each other, because I don't give a fuck about nobody over there anyway. So I was told by Utana that that is that lady. She basically said that that's that lady. But you want to know why I always felt like it was Oshaki behind the After the Rain page? Because how the fuck was she the only one that knew about the name change? How the fuck was she the only one that knew about the name change when she came through Peach's live telling Peaches about the name change of that page? Remember when that page disappeared? When we were talking about how we finna actually reveal all these fake motherfuckers behind the pages? How we was gonna be revealing everybody behind pages, and those pages slowly start falling off and dwindling out. I kind of knew that lady was behind the page, because only a person that actually works and run that page would know the name change of something like that. How you the first motherfucker to know? And then you go tell Peaches that in her comments that the name has been changed to XYZ because you running it. So she gonna also be behind all of those IPs, because she was definitely that person behind that page. Facts, hearsay, and blame game. They are doing mean things. They are doing mean nothings. Have to go on their actions, and they have done a lot. I know they have to know that daxing with these legal legalities is a crime. If they use your name in likeness in any capacity, that's identity theft. Well, they gonna have identity theft on them anyway, because you shouldn't even have my private information out the gate without my consent. And when a person has somebody's private information without their consent, there's no telling what they're gonna do with it. There's no telling what a person may do with your personal information. Again, that's why they make that name personal or private, because it's personal or private info, which means that if a person personally is not giving it to you and not telling you to give it to XYZ, you have no right legally to be giving it to nobody. And as a businesswoman, you only supposed to have people address as a record of just knowing that a person bought from you and you know where to send their merchandise to. That's the only reason why you're supposed to ever have it. However, I finished my investigation Thursday morning by 9 a.m. Tomorrow I will meet with who I need to meet with. When they told me that they will see me soon in my comments, I have to put this additional information in black and white so that when I make my move, all the docs, when I make my move, this is all docs and filed. How you doing, Miss Rayshawn? Hearsay is most definitely is not dismissible in court of law or admissible. It's not admissible in the court of law. No, it don't. It don't hold no weight. Hearsay don't hold no weight nowhere unless a person, I mean, it really depends on you as a person. Some people actually go off hearsay though, because we know that they go off hearsay. Some people actually operate on hearsay. Some people actually operate on hearsay, and that's all they need is to hearsay from the individual. And it really depends on who the individual is, because if it's somebody who they really rocking with, they feel like that person can't tell no lies. So some people actually rock off hearsay. Some people actually move off hearsay. Yeah, I always believe that was that lady, because it was, to me, before me and Peaches even had our falling out. And I was talking about the fake pages because it was more so about that Amy page. That person came through my live stream real jazzed up. Me and Peaches didn't have that fallout yet. That's what made me actually go do what I need to do about them fake pages. Me and her wasn't even fell out yet at that point in time. When the Amy page came through my page, talking behind that lady right then and there, those pages started dwindling off actually when you were talking on one of your lives about what these people need to do to deactivate a page, or they knew that you also was in process of getting some things done when it comes to them fake pages as well. But they damn sure knew that I was, because I had already posted the receipts that I was. So they damn sure knew that I had already had been in communication with a law firm on it. And they damn sure knew I was pursuing it because I had already threw my receipts out there. But those pages started dwindling off slowly but surely, because right after that live, shortly after, I did not see that page come back ever again. And a few others, even the Omega page, whoever was even behind that page stopped coming. Like it seemed like them fake pages start dying off. A lot of those fake pages started dying off because they knew that people was already getting ready to be on tails and be on business when it came to trying to figure out who's behind all these IP fake pages. But if y'all didn't catch Peaches live, in this live, I was in the comment section or on the live, not so much in her comment section. But you had to have paid attention to that Owens lady. You had to have watched her. And like I said, I'm very much an observer. So I definitely was observing when she was saying what she was saying to Peaches. She told that lady that the name has been changed. Oh, twin, the name of that page has been changed. It is now this. She the one that told her that. Peaches didn't even know about it, but that's another way of them acting dumb before each other, because I know that if Oshaki Owens is the rain page, Peaches definitely knew who ran it. She definitely knew who was behind it. I always said that I know it's somebody from that side running that page. And then she just gave it away when she came in there saying that the page name was changed because you took that other page down. You took that other page down, and you were probably behind the Amy page too. It was probably them. But like I said, I can't say who behind what page. I will be able to say that once I get the report. Once I get the reports of who is behind them, I can't really never say who behind a fake page, but that lady definitely gave herself away with that one. And then when it was confirmed with somebody who was also once over there, that also had conversations with you on the phone, told and confirmed that it was you, I knew it was you. That's what I told her. I knew it. Because how would the fuck that lady know the page name has changed if she's not the one operating that page? If she's not the sole owner of the After the Rain page, how would she know the name change? And you the only one that know. You the one that know, and you told Peaches the name change. That's how everybody else that was within that live knew about the name changes, because she told Peaches that. She told Peaches that in the comments. And I said, oh shit, that lady behind that motherfucking page. That lady took that page down because she see the shit is getting real. That lady took that shit down. She see this shit getting hot. But if you not the owner of that page and you not making that page, you not operating that page, you wouldn't know shit like that, boo. So when I say y'all actually tell on y'allself and make y'allself look like fools out here, man, that's what y'all be doing for y'allself. I knew it was her behind that page. I knew it was her. I knew that. They won't have an option but to tell on one another, because they will be in a different states in different interrogation rooms at different times. And this is on baby. They gonna have to do that for me too, sis, because I mean it's definitely going up. Because when you talking about I'm definitely not playing on the motherfucker when you talking about releasing my information. Cause see, I didn't release Shaw's. And that's some shit that I had already. That's something that I wouldn't even see fit to do. As bad as I despise that lady, as bad as I despise, I don't like to say hate. You know what I'm saying? But as bad as I despise that woman, I still will not see fit to give her shit to nobody else because I know the law. And these are the same laws that I have to work behind when it comes to my line of work. Not to mention, I wouldn't want nobody giving my address to nobody if I'm actually buying from you. I wouldn't even think that you would use my address in that manner. And as a businesswoman, you're not even supposed to by law. You call yourself a businesswoman selling merchandise and you have consumers that's actually buying from you. These consumers should not have to worry if when they buy from somebody that their personal information will be handed to the next motherfucker or leaked. That's not what a motherfucker should have to think when you buying from a motherfucking person. She says facts. They narrowed themselves down and that's all I need to know. Wow. We are dealing with ethical standards. We don't do that exactly. You just don't, it's certain things you just don't see yourself to do. And that's how I know that these people are not with it all in their head. Because it's like, man, if a person was really with it all, you would actually have some kind of pause on certain shit you choose to do. You would actually pause and say, man, no, I don't think I want to go that far. I don't even think I want to even play like that, man. That's right. That's going too deep. Because that's not something that I would actually do. I wasn't really worried about if a motherfucker actually found out where I worked at. Like, what was you gonna actually do? Try to get me fired? It wasn't gonna work, boo. You was only gonna make yourself look like a fool. You was only gonna make yourself look like a plump fool because guess what? As I said, my job is not in the unknown about what it is that I do. They definitely not. They definitely not in the unknown about what it is I do. And furthermore, when I'm off my job, sweetheart, I live my life the way that I want to live my life. My life, my personal life has nothing to do with my professional one. Those are two different lives, two different, two different lives. When I'm on my actual job, I handle my job duties accordingly and well. When I'm living my personal life, I do what I want to do within my personal life that's not breaking no citizen laws and breaking the law. Okay? That's just point blank in the period. They must stay up all day and night sending those mad faces up and down the lives. And that's really sad, but I really don't pay too much attention to that. Like I always say, a lot of people, you see a lot of influencers, they get mad behind stuff like that. That kind of stuff bothers them. Mm-mm. It don't bother me. It never did. You know how I look at that? Is that you showing me mad love over here, honey, because all of that count. Don't you think that if it didn't count, it wouldn't be here. It wouldn't be down there. It wouldn't be a emoji face to use. And then we also got to understand that everybody we come encounter with on the internet is not going to like what it is you do or what you say. So you're going to have people that's going to be willing to hear you, people that's going to be willing to like you. They like what you bring forth. But then you got some of these people because we live around good and evil. So you just got people that's very much so devious, jealous. They just come through, see you, and they just looking at you and don't like you. You got to understand what it is when you're dealing with social media. You can't expect everything to be peaches and cream because everything is not going to be that way. It's not peaches and cream in your reality, is it? I mean, surely everybody can recall a situation where you've even been on your job or you've been in somewhere in public, whether this be a mall, grocery store, I don't care where you may have been, and somebody gave you a vibe or indication that they're not feeling you because they may look at you a certain way, they may talk rude to you. I mean, that's just life. That's just life. That's what you call life. Everybody ain't gonna like what it is you do. Everybody ain't gonna like you as an individual. Everybody not gonna like what you stand for. Everybody's not gonna like what you bring forth. And that's quite all right. See, that's one thing about midnight that most don't like because see, I just don't care about what people think. Because I'm still gonna still do me at the end of the day. I'm still gonna do me and choose to do me at the end of the day. I could care less. But when you talking about because I felt like if I felt like the fake pages was enough for me to know about that, because I want to know who behind the Amy page. You think somebody actually putting my personal information up here and letting me know that they have my personal information, you think that I'm gonna actually just let that be dismissed and dropped and not move forward on that? If I really want to move forth on knowing who behind so many damn fake pages because they so harassing on those levels, you think that I'm gonna let them slide with leaking my information? You think I'm gonna let these people slide with leaking my personal information? Some shit that I didn't give to them to give to another motherfucker in the manner that they using it? I don't think so. Anybody who thought that is a fool. I'm sorry, but Midnight ain't gonna let you get away with that. That's one thing Midnight like not letting up on. Again, some people got to be example because I'm telling you, some people just so comfortable in what it is that they do on an everyday basis. Some people so comfortable with what they choose to do on everyday basis that they've been doing that so long because nobody ever saw fit to do that, or maybe they dealt with people that fold like Drusilla did. Maybe they dealt with weak-minded women like her for so long because I know a lot of weak-minded women is on Peach's page right now. A lot of weak-minded women is on there right now, and a lot has been on there in the past, and it took for them to actually have things happen to them for them to leave. And that's really so sad when that has to even happen with people. You have to see things different when shit happens to you. You see shit different when it happened to you. But see, when it wasn't you and she was doing it to somebody else, you was right with the bull. But when it happened to you, you saw different. You saw fit to change and leave from over there because the shit happened to you. That's so sad, but it's unfortunate. That's the way a lot of people think. That's truly the way a lot of people think. Like shit gotta be your it gotta be your situation in order for you to see something different. Shit gotta happen to you. I'm not one of those kind of women either. I don't think like that. See, well, because right is right and wrong is wrong. If you stand for right and wrong, if you standing for what's right is right and wrong is wrong, then it shouldn't matter when you see people doing wrong to somebody else. You should be able to, say, nah, I don't like that. And you definitely should be able to express that to somebody who you watching. But see, a lot of them people over there can't even express themselves to her. They so afraid. She don't got me intimidated though. I'm sorry. Not at all. I don't show no intimidation for no one in this world. I don't fear men or woman. That's one thing I don't fear. I fear God, baby. That's it. I don't fear man or woman. I fear God. That's it. Okay? And God only. But don't ever think for 1 minute that I want and this is me talking to them because I know they hear. Don't ever think that it's gonna be sweet. If I think I want to see who behind these fake pages because y'all do team too much behind that, y'all hide behind the disguise on fake pages. If I feel like I want to know what's going on behind that, you don't think that I'm gonna actually handle a person accordingly when they talking about handling my personal info and you put it in my face that you let me know you got it. The way you came down my timeline with it on my live, you actually wanted me to know that I know your personal info. So guess what I'm finna do with you? Handle you the way I need to handle you, straight up. That's the way it's gonna be rendered. I don't like that lady. It's a lot of them over there that I don't like. Now I'm not saying everybody over there, because some of them they're gonna have to open their eyes, and they will. Like over the years, a lot of them ladies, it took for them to be a personal situation to happen to them for her to do them some kind of way for them to see different and leave. But some of them over there just really observing and watching her like a homework assignment. I can tell you that some of them people over there is studying that lady like a homework assignment and studying the rest of them and just peeping game. That's what they doing. Cause that's all I was doing really when I was over there. I just need to peep game. This is how I know she pick up and throw a lot of in subliminals and shade, honey. You know, when I come through somebody's live, I speak to them, but I'm not gonna do too much in your comment section. I'm a listener, honey. I'm more of an observer. So I'm gonna be there just to really observe, listen to what a motherfucker may be saying, and a lot of things that come out of that lady mouth is it's very shady, contradicting. She's very indirect, in subliminals. She talk like that in that kind of language, in subliminal language. Some shit that I don't talk, some shit that I don't respect. Exactly. It has gone entirely too far, very much so. And that's why I'm gonna handle it like that. They gonna see. Watch. Well, I'm going to the police department. I know who to talk to about this fake page with my daughter's picture on it because I'm played about my child, or you don't play about your child. It's the running and telling after you and the person start beefing. For me too, that's what I don't like. What part did you play when it was all going on? They all had their hands in it. They all did. That's the part that I'm saying. And that's why I said that they all was talking with each other when they were all in cahoots with one another collectively. I said that y'all got to go back and listen to my YouTube earlier on before I allowed anybody on my panel. Like I said that already. I said, what we don't know is how long these people been discussing about having my information. They've been had it. And they were talking about it when they were all in cahoots with one another. That was confirmed. Because when Tana came up there and said that she been knew that Oshiki wanted my information, that's because all of y'all were talking amongst each other. So she may have said that amongst y'all collectively. So even you knew that. And so did everybody else who may have heard it. Y'all know y'all like to do those 1, 2, 3, 4-way calls. Y'all like to be on the phone 1 way, 2 way, 3 way, 4 way. I mean, y'all do conference calls. You might as well call some shit like that a conference call when you got more than 2 callers on the line. You merging 4 calls in at 1 call. That's a conference call, boo. Y'all have real life conference calls on the phone. When you merging that many callers together, that's considered a conference call at that point. So y'all consulted every fucking night and y'all consulted about whatever y'all talked about. At that point, that's a motherfucking conference call. That's what I call shit like that. You know what I'm saying? When you got more than 1 or 2 callers on the line, you having a motherfucking meeting at that point. So you motherfuckers had a regular meeting session every motherfucking night. Talking about who knows what, God knows what. So that proves my point that when the dirt was being done, everybody had a little piece of their pie. Everybody had their hands dirty. Everybody played their part, but nobody wants to take accountability. Nobody wants to take accountability when the shit get real hot. When the dirt was already done, when the leak came out, nobody want to take full soul accountability for the part they play in it. And that's what I really truly just do not respect. Cause I mean, I respect the person being straight up and honest. I respect the person honesty. But see, if you don't have no you can't take no whole no accountability for what you do. And like I said, my address was already in the midst of all that already. It wasn't no need to me, and that's my point. This is my before I let y'all go, this is my last verdict on that. There will be no need for anybody in that collective group of people to do any research, any digging on nothing to find my address because my address was right in front of their face. It was already there. So, what would you actually have to dig for when the information is right in your face? What would you be digging for? When the people that you collectively talk to, y'all regularly talk to every day on the phone, some of those same people got my address already. What was the point of digging for what now? Now, somebody explain why would somebody go outside to dig when it's right in their face? Can somebody explain that to me? Can somebody give me another scenario on how that shit makes sense though? And why would somebody go to a third party unless it was actually a motherfucker who really wasn't trying to give it up? But those people don't give me that notation that they wouldn't give it up, with the exception of possibly one. But like I said, I got to go off facts. because you know what I'm saying? Nobody is actually taking accountability right now. So I got to go off of the facts that I have. What makes them 304s think that nothing is going to happen and bougie is not in the works when I don't owe them a spare mercy nor grace? 304s, I don't care. Y'all, I don't care to spare y'all. Y'all, if y'all nothing, I don't care to spare y'all. Y'all, if y'all nothing, it's about my baby. Right. And I'm standing on that. Exactly. They all scared. They pretend to be cool with one another to do to get dirt from other people to bring it up on the app. I don't trust phone. You know, likely Buju Banton. What? I don't trust phone. Me like Buju Banton. What's up, Miss Latuska? Hey, what's up, Midnight and everyone on the live? Mm-mm. Baby, no. Like I said, they all was talking amongst each other. Between those collective groups of people and whoever knows if it's even more included. They not mentioning other people names, but like I said, a couple of them talked on the phone to a couple of them every day. The only people that's gonna be mentioned is I gotta go off of facts, boo. Cause like I said, that lady didn't put no motherfucking receipts out here. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say. That lady did not throw no receipts out there, honey. If we all was looking at the same live, y'all saw the same shit I saw. Wasn't no receipts shown. Period. What receipt? That lady didn't have not one receipt. She was just talking out of her mouth and holding another phone. Shit, I can get on live and say that. Shit, I'm about a person that go off a receipt. So if you don't got no proof, then you ain't saying nothing to me, and your word is not holding no weight with me. Your word holds no weight. What your statements are, they hold no weight neither. As far as I'm concerned, you sound to be a liar. That's what you look like, a lie. Midnight, I'm talking about the fake page that came through your live the other night, and I ended up coming on your live. Yeah. Somebody came under a Melissa Jones, but somebody actually came up under your name though, saying that yeah, that was me. I said, Melissa, somebody trying to portray you. Somebody came up under your Melissa Rochelle with your profile saying, yeah, that was me, and they deleted that comment. They came up under your full name. Then they turned around and came up under another name by the name of Melissa Jones, where they put my information up under there. They put my information actually under two fake page names that night. The first one was the John John, the hashtag that pound John John page. Hashtag John John. Same page I seen on Glam page several times. They come on people page and write in the comment section and delete, take their comment back type stuff. I wasn't quick enough to get that one. But that second one, when they came back under Melissa Jones and they dropped my address information right in that comment, I got that one. I was able to get that one. Now you see them motherfuckers don't barely show up or putting shit in the comment section because them motherfuckers already know y'all stupid. I mean, don't y'all know that my page is also being watched and surveillance? And you know, my page is also being part of that investigation. Like, why wouldn't it be? They need to watch my page to see who coming through, and I'm sure they caught y'all whack asses. I definitely sent over the info through an email, just like I posted it up. That's a song. Me trust no. That's a song. Me trust phone. Me trust likely. Okay, you are correct because at this point, if you're trying to clear your name, why not show the messages? Cause she ain't have shit. She ain't have nothing. And if she did have anything, it was gonna really reveal who the fuck she was. Because if you're saying Tana and Drusilla had something to do with that, you will. Why you sparing them? Why wouldn't you show me? Why wouldn't you show me to clear yourself that it was them two? Because then at that point you would have been cleared. That's how I would have looked at her, as if she was cleared. Oh, this lady cleared her name. Okay, so it wasn't her. I could have said that I was actually wrong. I could have said then at that point, if that lady was really about business, I would have said, oh, I was wrong. She actually cleared her damn name with showing me the receipts that it was them too. Like I saw the proof. But you didn't have no damn proof to show. So what you saying don't mean nothing. Sis, they did that to make a statement when you joined my B-Day live and said that they didn't do that to you on your live. They come to your live on August 16th trying to show you that you were not exempt. Mm-mm. Well, I knew I wasn't exempt. I never said that. I knew I wasn't exempt though, sis. That's exactly why I don't exempt them. This is why I said the statement that she made, this is Tana's statement. When you made your statement that you're not exempt because we all had dilemmas with one another or we all been into it, that's how I feel about all y'all. Y'all not exempt for me neither. How about it? Y'all not exempt on my end. And then just knowing the things that y'all have done, I don't care if y'all felt like y'all wasn't really doing too much targeting towards midnight. Just seeing some of the shit that has already been done by others, okay? Ain't no telling what y'all was actually discussing when y'all was amongst each other. Y'all clearly was discussing my business. Y'all clearly was discussing my personal motherfucking business at that. So somebody knew something about who leaked what and who gave what to each other. That's what I don't know. But I have to go off what facts I have. And the fact of the matter is I know two of them individuals have my address because I did business. One of them wanted to send me a gift, and then I did business several times with one of them. I did that. I did that because she's a supposedly businesswoman. She got an LLC. You're right, Midnight. Hey, hey, love. I was knocked out. That's okay. You might have to do a replay then. Total violations have been done to too many people. If everyone was to take action, it will be completely over for them. For real, it will be over for them. They'll lose their jobs and everything, but you're going to lose more than that because if I can pursue for some jail time, I'm definitely going to make you come out your pocket. But if I can pursue y'all doing some form of time and paying me restitution for doing what y'all doing to my personal information, that's what's going to happen to you. I'm going to definitely press for you to go sit down. I don't care if that be 90 days. 3 to 6 months, and you're gonna pay me restitution because I don't trust you whores. I don't trust you 304s. I didn't give y'all my personal information to be using in that manner for malice illegally. You're not even supposed to have that type of mindset as a motherfucking business owner. To those LLCs and catering businesses about to be shut down. Oh, is that a law? So, are you telling me that anybody who owns a LLC in a catering business is about to be shut down, or is that just going to be something for Facebook looking into? Is that becoming a law? Is that becoming a law nationwide, or is that something that Facebook looking to crack down on? Jealousy is such a nasty disease. It's very much so a disease, and people just need to really be mindful of what they do out of jealousy or out of being spiteful or out of being malice with ill intent, having motives, interior motives. Because I mean, like I said, a lot of people ought to know that a lot of people have already been made examples on Facebook where either one losing their lives behind Facebook beef. Some people get severely hurt. Some people have lost their life like that. Or two, you lose everything because somebody actually choose to take a civil suit against you and take you for what you have, and you sit your butt down and do some jail time and be crying behind that and be ready to fold because of some of the things that you do and say on here. But when you definitely talking about breaking privacy laws, that's something that I feel like I would hope nobody will actually give somebody a slap on the wrist and say, oh, well, hopefully they just won't do it again. I'm gonna let it go just in hopes that they won't do it again. Hell no, because that person still got your information. That person still has your info at the end of the day. They are so bad minded. It's really sad. No, that's what's gonna happen when they get charged on them. Nobody wants to do business with people that lease addresses. Right. That's why but that's why her business don't have you ever noticed that that's why she can't get a sale right now to save her life? That's right. That's right now. That's like right now, Miss Cartwright. She can't get a real legit sale to save her life because a lot of people, I'm not the first person she have to possibly done that to. It's just that some people really can't move forth to doing it because like I said, a lot of them women weak minded, so they give in and give up too quick. That's the kind of women she used to dealing with. See, she's used to dealing with those who give up quickly and swiftly. So some of them may have gave her a pass on that kind of behavior with her leaking their address to other people along the way. But see, I'm not a weak link. You know what I'm saying? She's used to dealing with weak links. I mean, and I'm definitely far from a weak link. So see, I'm definitely not going to give her a pass at all. Not none of them. People think going to the law enforcement mean you scary. No, it's everything. It's getting everything back in black and white so that when things get dirty, this way it's docked. Not only that though, it ain't got nothing to do with being scary at all. Nothing to do with being scary, period. And I'm gonna tell you why. I love to make an example out of somebody who get on here and do too much, especially when you break the law. You playing with my privacy. You playing with my private information. See, you stay playing when you run your mouth, though. That's something that you gonna get. Every dog has this day on that manner. Every dog has his day on that. But when you talking about playing with my private information, some shit I didn't give you the okay to give not in one soul, and you only got it because I was a customer to you, buying from you. That's the only reason why you have it. Because when they ask me how did you get it, that's what I'm gonna tell them, and I'm gonna have some proof. I'm gonna have all these envelopes I got. How I got it from her is I can also use my Cash App to reference you. All of those Cash Apps that I sent you, I always put what I bought from you, and I'm gonna pull you up that way as well. That shit goes back years. All I got to do is put your name in. If I've ever cast at you, that's also a legal documentation right there that will be used to show these people. The only reason why this motherfucker got my address is because I was a consumer. I was a customer buying from her. And she's supposed to have an LLC. Honey, Cash App is another motherfucking a trail. Because all I got to do is just put your name in. And matter of fact, I'm going to show y'all as much money as I spent with the broad. I'm going to post it up. I'm going to show y'all as much money as I spent to the broad within the last 2 years. That's the only way. Because when the law enforcement asked me how you get my information, such as my address, because I was a consumer, I was a customer, considered to be that. Let me show you this. I also have all the envelopes here because I'm gonna take that merchandise and shit up out of there. Or I might not. I might just have a bag with me, but I'm gonna have my proof, boo. I was a consumer. I bought from her, and I haven't bought from her in 2 years because me and this lady don't get along. I'm also let them know that, and I'm gonna show them the records there of me and you going back and forth. I'm going to let them see my YouTube because you're on there. I put your face on there. Once I show them your page and your page name, they're going to see that I'm talking about the same person when they reference to my YouTube videos. Because I know a lot of y'all think because I was in a block game for 30 days that I don't have enough evidence. But oops, boo-boo, I do. Because if I did any documentation or videos over here, it's a record. Okay? All those lies, because y'all like to use nicknames. You slipped up and called my name a couple of times, even though you called me Dark Vader. in darkness, honey. I got so many pieces of evidence to show these people that you keeping my name in your mouth, because these law enforcements got to go off of what they hear you saying my name is on here, which I call my name Midnight on here. And so they gonna see all of this evidence, and I'm definitely gonna post y'all the receipt of what I spent with her in 2 years, 2 years ago. You gonna see what I've spent with her. So I was what you call a consumer. I just realized that this is not a game when you do shit like this. I'm sorry for the fact you had to endure this, and you surely do not deserve it. Well, that's okay, Miss Latuska, because I'm pressing them charges. I'm going for a motherfucker to sit down and pay me. Both of you whores, y'all got the bag, right? Both of you 304s. Y'all got the bag so much, right? Huh? We finna see who really got it like that. We finna really see who got it. Because I'm going to take you for that when you're talking about my motherfucking personal information. Okay? And so that's pretty much it. I wanted to come up here and clear that up. That first of all, the person ain't never told Midnight anything about I knew why they were calling me. Because baby, when you text me, you only ask that me please call you. That's not telling me that I know what you want to talk to me about. Okay, that's definitely not giving me the indication that I know what you want to tell me, because I definitely did not know. I didn't even know that you would be thinking to hit me up on a motherfucking Friday for that fact. Because Midnight didn't hear about the tea. Midnight did not know what was going on. Had you not told me shit, I would have never known. Had you not told me with a phone call when I reached back out to you, I would have never known that that motherfucking lady was going that deep to look for my motherfucking information. I would have never known. I would have found that out if they were stupid enough though to come through my live and put it in my comments. I would have knew right then that somebody's playing in my face, and I would have knew right then that only a couple people actually got my address, and I can actually say a few, only a few, and that will be the few that I've actually sent my information to, or three, but it's one of them that I'm not worried about, because Miss Don did send me a gift, but I'm definitely not worried about her misusing my address at all. I'm definitely not worried about her misusing nothing of mine. So it was technically three people who actually had my address on here. Peaches, Miss Corinda Portwood. I'm gonna call you by your legal name because this gonna be referenced to some evidence. Corinda Portwood out of Chicago, Illinois. She had my address because I was buying as a customer from her. Oshaki Owens, you got my address from Corinda Portwood, your twin. That's what you call her on here. Coming out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Utana World, out of Brooklyn, New York. You had my address because you sent me a hat. So in order for you to send me the gift you had for me, you have to have my address. Drusilla Crew, coming out of Brooklyn, New York. You just a tag along, so you're a participant to the crime, boo. Because you let these motherfuckers use you. So you what they call legally and that kind of a thing with breaking the law in a legal matter, you party to the crime. That's what they would call that. Those who have rap sheets will receive steep sentences for criminal convictions they receive in these matters. And we already know that one of them have a long rap sheet. I'm wondering if the other one do too. But one of them for sure I know got a long rap sheet. That's definitely more than enough evidence. Definitely more, sis. I feel the same way because don't bother nobody. I don't bother nobody. And if you're being real and smart bothers them big, F them. I feel the same way because you don't bother nobody. And if your realness and strong minded bothers them, fuck them. Because all you really do is support and mind your business. And that's really all the fuck I do be doing. Like, I don't come reaching for people. but I will reach for somebody who sent for me. But for me to be on here doing shit like that, I'm talking about illegal shit. Fuck that. I don't like that lady. I can't stand her. But I wouldn't even see fit to do her like that. Like, come on now. It's some shit that you just don't do. Like, it's just certain shit y'all don't do on here that y'all should just have let me think about it for a moment. That type of moment. Y'all don't have a let me think about it moment at all. So now y'all got to pay the cost to be the boss because y'all call yourselves bosses around this motherfucker anyway. When I know you truly not one, but it does take the boss to pay the cost. So now you finna be the boss that needs to pay this cost. Y'all got to be some evil bitches to take it this far. I know y'all reading, and hell is where y'all belong. Stay miserable, please, and thanks. Okay, guilty by association. Yeah, you a party to a crime, boo. Utana Snipes. Okay, well, it's Utana Snipes coming out of Brooklyn. You coming out of Brooklyn too, boo. Brooklyn, New York. So you got Miss Drusilla Crew and Utana Snipes coming out of Brooklyn, New York. You got Miss Osha Key Owens. You coming out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And you got Corinda Portwood coming out of Chicago, Illinois. Tuh. Boo, stop. Stop it. I gotta go off facts because nobody ain't coming with the real scoop. Nobody's coming with that real tea. So the only things left for me to do is actually just tell these people who got my address and how they end up with my address. That's what I got to do because I know my address was leaked behind somebody doing it. And the only people that I got to look at right now is the ones who have it. And I know Miss Don is not it. Definitely not. Now, that's a lady who I can actually say is business minded and like minded, just like me. She's like minded. And I don't think that she would actually reach out to me and say, "Man, I want to send you something for your appreciation of what you do for me and whomever else on your platform. I just want to send you a token." I don't think that lady would misuse. She's not misusing, so she's not it. She's not in this and she's not involved. Okay. So, total of 3 people who have my address, but one of them is definitely exempt. Most definitely. So, all I have is facts to go in there with. And the fact of the matter is 2 of you that I'm not sure about who leaked what had my address. And the reason why I come up with that persona is because when y'all were all talking in cahoots with one another, y'all all was still cool with one another. Y'all all was cool with one another at one point in time when y'all was discussing me. So I don't know who gave who what, but since nobody wants to talk and since nobody wants to be honest, I got to go off the fact that I know of how many individuals have my address on the internet, and all I know is my address been leaked. That's what I got to tell them, and that's what I'm gonna tell them. Yep, I got them all. I got them all. I definitely got them all. Them 304s always throwing a foul on the play, but say they don't get mad nor take it serious. Let Wesley Snipes tell us she just be laughing and don't take anything or any of it serious. And I really truly, and that's another thing. And that's another thing that I'm gonna speak on. Listen, I don't it and for whomever may take some kind of seriousness to it, you take that up with the motherfuckers that involve you. But the truth of the matter is, like I said, none of y'all are coming to the forefront. Everybody is hiding their hands and tucking their tails now. Everybody want to hide their hand and tuck their tails now because shit got real already. So now all that's left for me to do is just go off the fact of why, who had my address and why, who had my address and why, for what. And like I said, y'all all were running together in that crew, cause shit, that's what y'all did. When me and her decide to let peace be peace, that don't mean that that lady was ever so much a person in my book that what I saw to be cool or buddy buddy with, cause that was not the case. Reconciliation does not equal no motherfucking buddy buddy friendship. Reconciliation or dropping beefs does not equal to you picking up where you left off. If you had any kind of trust in a motherfucker before, that's where you're gonna pick up at. That's not what that means. So I don't know what the fuck that they mean or thought, because I thought that I was gonna drop beef with her. I don't know if she felt that that was me saying that I'm gonna pick back up with you. I don't know if she meant that I was gonna go back to old ways with her, because it's definitely not that. And just like you even said out of your own mouth, Tana, when you were on your live, if everybody didn't been into it with one another, you don't feel like you exempt, and so do I. I don't feel like I'm exempt when it comes to you doing no motherfucking dirt. You still are doing no dirt, because y'all don't know me like that. Miss Owens, you're not exempt. Peaches, you definitely not fucking exempt. Nobody can't be exempt from the dirt since nobody don't have them concrete receipts. Nobody show no receipts, so nobody can be exempt. Cause I feel the same way you do, boo. None of y'all not exempt in Midnight's book when it comes to playing dirty. Cause the dirt was done amongst all of y'all knowing my address. When two of them people should have never known my address, because only two of y'all knew it, because y'all was that was a business. When you decide to send me a gift, is that why you say that is, and this is the question I have for you. You said you had a gift for me some time ago. But it was just this year of May on Mother's Day, and I remember that live vividly because I was going to get flowers for my mother's gravesite. Oh, I was supposed to be resharing that for y'all. Thanks for bringing that point up, because I'm finna. We finna get some dates on this thing. I remember that live vividly because I was at my brother's shop, and I was actually getting flowers for my own mother's gravesite that I was going to do some cleaning, prepping work on, and I grabbed some for my aunt. It was that live you came and said you had something for me, and you said that you've been having it for a long time, but you didn't know how you was going to get it to me because me and you had a disagreement on the internet. That was your reasoning in my live, and I'm going to reshare it. Want y'all to be looking for these lives. I was supposed to do that yesterday. So listen, on Mother's Day, you hit me up in my live section and you said, "Hey, Midnight, I got this Mickey Mouse hat." And my daughter was in the car too. She could even reference to she was a witness. Because you sent the picture, she looked you up on her phone because I was already on live on my phone, couldn't even get the picture on my phone. My daughter looked up your Facebook page because you said you posted the picture up on your page. My daughter looked up your name and showed me the pic. I said, "Oh, yeah, that's a beautiful hat." That was in May of this year, boo. So you only had my phone number since May of Mother's Day of this year. We in the month of August. So May, June, July, August. You only have my address for a total of 4 months. You got my address this month, and I can even go in my messengers to be exact as to when I sent you my address. So it's only been a total of 4 months. That wasn't last year. That was this year. Um, you told me on that live that you had a hat that you had for me some time ago. It's still in good condition. You didn't know how you was gonna get it to Midnight because me and you have went in a falling out. However, I accepted your hat and sent you my dress, or maybe I want to say I called you because I said I was gonna call you when I got off the live, so I might have gave you my address over the phone. I think I called you because if I'm not mistaken, I believe I said as soon as I get off the live, I'm going to call you, and I did call you. So I may have given you my address by phone. And I know you said to me that you wouldn't give my address out, but it's just like I don't know who's telling a lie, who's telling the truth here. So I gotta go off my facts right now. I don't know who's telling the truth and lies because, like I said, when you spoke to me on the phone just this week, Friday, you told me that lady Googled me. She's saying, oh, Shaki is saying that Drusilla gave her the information, or Drusilla went and got the information. That's what she's actually saying. Oh, Shaki's saying that. So she's basically saying that she didn't even Google me. Basically, she's saying that she didn't Google me. She's saying Drusilla went and digged me up and got the information. You're saying that, oh, Shaki, let me tell you what you said. You said, oh, Shaki Googled me and she found me by looking through Google, found my address, Googling me, found my building, where my complex is, and all. That's what you said. Oshaki is saying that Drusilla is the one who actually did the dirt with the information. Drusilla is saying that Oshaki went through a friend that works for the state. So y'all not lining up. None of y'all not lining up. Therefore, I don't know who to fucking trust. At this point, I gotta go off who the fuck I knew had my address. Cause none of the shit is lining. Hey sis, including your report that prior to your address being leaked, it was stated on the live that you will be put in a group so so one can be with your husband. Who said they were putting me that you were put in the ground so one could be with your husband? Oh, I got that. That's gonna be one of my reference tapes. Sis. That was definitely gonna be something I show them. You talking about when it comes to Corinda Portwood? I got that. I showed y'all that on my YouTube though. That's also in my video. That's also on one of my YouTube videos. But that's definitely going to be something that when she said she was going to put me in the ground, right, to be with my husband. That's something that I put in a YouTube video. So that already been put out here. But that's something that I kept. Yep. So that's going to definitely be shown. That's going to have to support the fact that that lady kept me in her mouth and that me and her don't get along. So I have to be able to support the fact that me and her been back and forth on the internet and that she been speaking ill. I'm going to show them all that. All those videos about her speaking ill on my deceased mother, all those videos of her incriminating herself, talking about how she's going to put me in the ground, honey, and be with my husband. Oh, yes, sis, that ain't went nowhere. I got a whole folder for all of that stuff that was sent to me that will be used for legal matters when it needs to be used to prove a point. All of that will be used. So, yeah, I have it. They take this very serious. I don't have problems with anyone, but they sure been messing with my page name and images for months, and I haven't said or done much of nothing. All I did was leave them alone, made comments about how I feel about them and how they treat people, and I became a target. And that's what they don't like when people do. Playtime is most definitely over. I haven't been talking about some people. I think I'm not working. Wait, she said I haven't been talking about so people think I'm not working. Good. I'm glad they think that. So they think you're not working on it because you ain't talking about it. That's what you mean. Yeah. And for the record, I mean, just because a motherfucker person not thinking it don't mean not saying it don't mean that they're not thinking it. Because a lot of things I see on here, but I don't have to come on here mention everything that I come across that may be like, oh, I need, oh shit, like an old snap moment when you actually sit back and analyze something and it's an old snap moment. I mean, it's a lot of old snap moments on here that you see with some of these people. Like I knew that lady was behind that page. I figured that out myself because I mean, you really gave yourself away. You truly gave yourself away to people who was very much alert that day. If anybody was on that live, they know what I'm talking about. You gave it away when you came in, the only one knowing the new name change to a page, and only the creator would know that information. Because how come Peaches didn't know about it before you did? But you definitely came in and told Twin and everybody else on the live what the new page was because she pinned it. She pinned it. She pinned the comment. It's you. And then for somebody who was once in close corners with y'all, amongst y'all, because all of them knew that that was that lady. I knew it was somebody from over there, but to be confirmed that it was you, it's definitely you. It's definitely you. That's why I said that lady has some dirt on y'all. She got some pieces on y'all that y'all really don't want her to know about or spill on this internet. Well, she gonna be spilling it on y'all asses now if she don't want to be a part of this. Because shit, by the fact that y'all don't know how to come out of the lineup and take accountability for who gave who my address and leak that shit, I gotta go by who had my address. Cause see, nobody, I ain't got time to wait on you motherfuckers to be trying to get y'all lives together because y'all some liars. That's one thing I don't have time to sit back and wait for. It's for a motherfucker to come up with another storyline, a scenario. That's something I'm not waiting for. So I got to go off facts here. I'm not going off nothing else but facts. And the facts that I have, they are facts. Yes, that's a big piece of the puzzle. When they ask you why they believe they wanted your address, death threats to be with your husband. Mm-mm. Well, I ain't seen no death threat, so I don't know about a death threat. However, Peaches did one on her life. I don't think I seen nobody else do one outside of Corinda Portwood. She's the only one that did a death threat towards me on her live. None of them other women said nothing about that. That was a live that none of them even wanted to comment back on or piggyback off of. I'm talking about nobody on her live. When she spoke on my deceased mother, it was the same reactions in. None of them people did not want to piggyback off what she said because I already had been putting them in a lineup going roasting on them. I had already been doing that. I had already been doing that one for a couple of days when she did that live. She's the only one who actually made a death threat by saying she was going to dispose of me in a body bag to be with my husband. That was Miss Corinda Portwood. That was her. That was her who did that one. I didn't hear nobody else speaking on a death threat besides her. She's the one that did that. So that's Miss Portwood, and I have that on record on in my files in my phone and on my YouTube video because I definitely played it back. It was definitely clips played in my video, most definitely. The evidence hadn't went nowhere at all. I still have it. That's going to be definitely evidence that's used to show that she's vindictive. It's definitely going to be evidence to show that she's very she have ulterior motives. It's definitely going to be evidence to show that she's the one that possibly linked my address to XYZ. Okay. Some of that live that was sent to me yesterday when Miss Ocean Key Owens joined her live, I got that. I saved that in the file as well. That's going to be something shown because she was speaking too fast and too quick for me. It seemed like you was coaching even Miss Owens on her on your live. I don't know if y'all caught that. It seemed to me that Miss Portwood was coaching Miss Owens even on that live when she came and said, before you start talking, just tell them I ain't got nothing to do with it. Let them know I ain't got nothing to do with it. I ain't know nothing about it. She was even coaching that lady right then and there with that line. Then hours later, after you got off that lady live, you saying that Tana and Drusilla had everything to do with it. You didn't show no proof showing that they did have anything to do with it. But then you turn around and go on your live and say that Tana and Peach is cleared. That's just still hearsay to me. That's not going to make anything different for me. So listen, this is what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to go off of facts. That ain't even making it clear because this is the same woman that dragged your name in it. This is the same woman that put your name in it in the first place. This is coming from the same lady who dragged you in it. Now she has time to go back and think about it and come back on the internet and say that Peach and Tana had nothing to do with it. and it was all Drusilla. And that's because they knew that lady dismissed herself off the Facebook app. They knew she deactivated her account. I'm sure they figured that out, that that lady deactivated her damn account. I'm sure anybody did if they were actually looking for her, because nobody can find her. That lady deactivated her account. I mean, she was saying that in Tana's comment section, because I'm showing y'all some of the damn comments of hers in there. Look, right here. I deleted it because I was done with them people. She talking about the messages because Drusilla said she had messages. Let me clear that up on this. What this means. Drusilla said she deleted the messages that she had between her and Osha Key because she chose to be done with them people and she just blocked them. Because Tana was asking her, why didn't you come on Midnight's Live and say what you told me? And she said, why did you delete those messages for the record that you had with Drusilla, I mean with Osha Key? Because she knows she was dirty too. I'm not discrediting or dismissing this lady. I don't care if you deactivated your account. You deactivating your account, that's very suspect to me. You gave in and folded too quick. So you definitely made yourself look very sus doing that alone. I was kind of giving you leeway because I knew that they were using you like a checkerboard. Again, this is not a chessboard because chess is for the big man, big woman. I knew they were using you to play checkers and they were playing off your mental because they knew you were weak minded. You were one of those weak minded women because they know that you fold quick. So they wanted to put all this shit on you as to why she decided to deactivate her account altogether because she was just overwhelmed with the whole thing. She was overwhelmed with the whole damn scenario of how things unfolded, and she couldn't take the heat even when the heat has been unleashed and it was already done. When she was really a part of that when it was done, you was a part of the heat when it was being done. But since it came out in a major way and it unfolded this way, you never thought that it would come down to this. And see, now you're overwhelmed with all of the info. Now you're so overwhelmed that you want to just dismiss yourself together, and she did. And she did. That lady deactivated her motherfucking account. She did. Can't even spell dispose, dug up, or husband was her illiterate self. Her illiterate ass, actually. She, the ringleader, and that bull dagger thing is her flunky for real. Exactly. She a tag along. That's what I call her. That's why I said Peaches is the leader of it all. Miss Owens is a tag along. But even when you are a tag along, you still broke the law, sweetheart, because those are your pages. And I know that platform is hers as well. They also caused her to put that in her name. What kind of a you so stupid? You and that lady Drusilla, y'all a little bit too naive. Now y'all are what you call the epitome of being a naive individual. Y'all the epitome of being naive and what naive looks like. That will be y'all. Y'all are very naive. You definitely look suspect, Drusilla, if you watching this on the YouTube. Cause your Facebook deactivated. I don't know how she deactivated if she deactivated YouTube, but if you won't hear you deactivating your Facebook account completely and running like that, you made yourself look like you definitely had a part to play in it. Because if you had not no part in it and you're saying that they asked this shit to you or brought this and presented this shit to you, because her thing is they presented this, and that's what Tana also told me on the phone too. Let's not miss that. Let me not miss that piece of information when I talk to you this Friday, Tana. You also told me that they presented Drusilla with an olive branch, asking her to go search me up. And you told me Drusilla said to you, I'm not doing that. That's another thing that you told me on the phone this week, Friday, when I spoke to you. You said that they presented Drusilla as a send off and to look me up. And you told me that that lady said that she was not going to do that. But see, the way that she ran off the Facebook app, I have to believe she had some kind of part to play in that, boo. Because why would you be running if you actually don't have nothing to hide? You ain't got nothing to hide. You saying you standing on what you said. You said it was her who went through a friend. You said it was her that went to a friend. This is what Drusilla's saying, that Osha Key went through this friend, but I already know that friend needs to be Peaches. Because that don't exist right there. That state friend. What motherfucker that work for a state or a federal job gonna actually put their motherfucking life on the line, giving motherfuckers personal privacy laws and information? Like, y'all gotta make it make sense, man. Nobody ain't finna lose their job for you, not even your closest friend. Cause I wouldn't do it for another motherfucker. Trust and believe me, I ain't lying for no motherfucker. I'm not looking up no information for another motherfucker neither. What motherfucking person gonna put their state job on the line, crossing lines like that for you, when they don't even know the person that you asking them to look up? Your friend don't know me from a cat in paint, ain't never seen me. She gonna put her motherfucking job on the line because you gonna end up having to fold and tell who the friend name is, because once you in it already, you already involved. So when they ask you who the friend's name is that actually you went through to get my information, you gonna have to release his or her name anyway. So what motherfucker gonna put their actual career? Because when you work for the state, that's not a job, baby. That person had to go to school. I'm talking about a college to get that type of job, a career. What kind of motherfucker gonna put that on the line for a motherfucker they never saw by giving you my info? Because when you get ready to get questioned by them enforcements, law enforcements, they're gonna ask you who is the friend. Because I'm showing them all the texts and stuff. That's why I got those comments. You see how I went back and got those comments too, because that's also used for reference. Because everybody who played a part in it, and I gotta have a name. So when they get ready to ask you, Miss Owens, about the friend that you so-called went through to ask for my information or to have look me up, you're gonna have to spill the beans on that person's name. And guess what? They job on the line, because I'm definitely gonna go for them too. I'm going for blood. I'm going for blood. So make sure that you're ready for that. Okay? That's why I needed all of that lady's comments and went back to get them before a person would think to take their lives down. Because sometimes Tana don't keep her lives up. But I got exactly what I need. Tana not blocked over here anyway. I can definitely go freely to Tana Live whenever I get ready. She's not blocked. Drusilla wasn't even gonna be blocked. But you two, you're blocked. And I don't see fit to unblock you. But you explain to me, because you're gonna have to give that person name up when you get questioned. Because I got every piece. When I say I got every piece of the puzzle, I do. Not Wesley. Huh? Priscilla is a bandwagon jumper with a lot of mouth till someone put her in her place. I thought they were smarter than a fifth grader. They not smarter than a kindergartner, honey. Not at all, to say the least. Exactly. Now y'all understand what I'm saying? What motherfucking person gonna put their career on the line, actually breaking HIPAA laws when this person works for the state, so they are strong and have to be following the guidelines of HIPAA and privacy laws? What person? Think about it. This is why I say their statements don't add up. This is why I'm saying it's all over the place. It's a bunch of bull, bunch of lies. What kind of state worker gonna put his or her job on the line violating HIPAA and privacy laws? Something that's going to get your license and degree snatched from you. Okay? Looking up somebody who you don't know. What she say exactly. The person definitely going to fold and still going to lose their job. Exactly. Exactly, midnight. That motherfucking part. Not worth losing a job. Okay? Mm-mm. A government job at that, they stupid. Okay? For even making those statements. But that's why I don't believe the statements are actually true. People, this is why I said I don't believe that that person exists. I believe that was something they made up out their ass and put it out there to make it sound good. I don't believe that shit at all. I don't believe it. I just do not believe that, people. I don't think that person exists. The person is Peaches. Somebody who do not have ethical manners. Somebody who does not display morals or values. I don't think a person who works for no state's gonna actually do that for nobody. I don't care if this is your best friend. He or her not putting a career on the line for you, boo. Oh, they very strict when it comes to the HIPAA laws when you work in health and human services or medical backgrounds. A law. A person in a private life can even go get a person for breaking a HIPAA laws, like I'm finna do, because she was supposed to only have my address to use for business purposes only. You weren't supposed to be leaking my address to nobody else. But that's exactly why I feel that person does not exist, people. That is why. Because most people with a head on their shoulder are not doing that kind of favor for no one. Not at all. And not to mention, there's already too many different scenarios out there. Okay. So Tana said that Oshaki Googled me, but then Tana also told me in the same conversation the day I talked to her on the phone when she said that lady Googled me, she's also said that they propositioned Drusilla to do it, to look my information up. And Drusilla told her that she wasn't going to do it. So this is what Drusilla is telling Tana. Mind you, let me understand how Tana is getting the information through Drusilla. So Tana said that Drusilla said this lady, Oshaki, Googled me in my situation to find my address and to try to find my job. Tana also told me Drusilla told her that they propositioned her to lower her to finding my address for them and giving the information back to them once she find my address and information. But she said she wasn't gonna do it. So now it's kind of making sense as to why she feel like the lady went and Googled her, because Drusilla was not gonna look for my information. They propositioned her, asking her to do it. She didn't want to do it. So Tana said that lady Googled me. Oh, Shaki is saying that Tana and Drusilla is the ones that's the culprit looking at my address, but she don't have no proof, honey. And neither one of them have no proof because Drusilla got rid of all of the messages. Tana asked her, why would you get rid of the messages? Why would you erase that kind of information? She says she deleted it because she just felt like she wanted to be done with them people. She didn't want to keep records in her phone or whatnot. I guess she thought that that little bit of information wasn't going to come out some kind of way. But you know why? They probably leaked it out because they wanted to always pin it on that lady. They wanted to pin it on her anyway. So that's why they didn't have no problem leaking it out. It's because they wanted people to automatically think that it was her. So they never thought that that shit would come full backfire on them, full circle backfire on them. Um they wanted her to think like that. They wanted her to think. They wanted me to think and everybody else to think that that lady had all parts to do with my address being linked. That's what they wanted. Hold on, y'all. Let me send my husband this address real quick. They never wanted nobody to believe that um they had any parts to do with that. They wanted to put all blame on that lady Drusilla because they knew her to be weak. They knew that she was a weak link to the whole equation. They knew she was a weak link to the whole puzzle piece. They knew that she was going to fold too and run and duck and hide. So they feel like she wasn't going to present herself on the Facebook app. She was going to duck and hide. So that would make her look suspect. Because it definitely does make you look suspect when you just deactivate your whole account and not try to actually clear your name. Exactly. There are ethic laws. There are ethic laws you must follow. Yeah, at midnight. There was no person. Definitely was the crow. There's ethical standards and laws that a person must follow and non-disclosure acts. They sound dumb as hell. Well, they damn sure said Bond's family Tangi. Bonds gave them my information. And that's even though, I mean, even with that, that's what they saying. But do that lady know what they saying? That's what I'm saying. That lady, if she ain't clear her name, then she must got something to say about that. It must be true. Cause like I said, if you see people that are using your name and defaming your character like that, saying that you're doing XYZ, or saying that a person has violated those privacy laws by giving another person their information and you don't clear your name. Because see, sis, one thing about it, that's gonna stand like this. If that lady did not clear her own name, if she didn't clear her name, then I this is what I would do. I would take that to be so factual, because a person ain't gonna let nobody put nothing like that on there with their name on there and not clear themselves. So if that lady didn't try to clear herself and saying that they are liars and prove to you that she's not one of them that got the information, or they didn't get it through her, then you got to do what you got to do, because that's what I would do. That's what I'm doing now. So we practically doing the same thing. You said that somebody gave your information to them people. Somebody gave my information to people within that circle. We've actually going through the same thing right now. And the ones on my circles are liars. The ones in this circle of the events and the chains of events are to be liars in my book. So now I have to go by facts, and the facts is what I see and what I know. Yes, they all are. Yes, they all are in all states. They are very strict. Exactly. Once someone loses a government, federal, or state position for ethical violations, you cannot be employed by those entities again, and they're gonna lose their degrees. They won't be able to get hired by they won't be able to ever work in that field again, because and that's damn near every place, because I mean any place of employment got to follow ethical background laws or privacy act laws. That's everywhere. That's even in fast food. Like I said, a person can't call nobody job and they actually verify that you work there by giving another strange person your name. How do you know who you are talking to on the other end of that phone? How you know you're not talking to somebody who in a domestic violation of a domestic violence situation, and they abuser is trying to call to see if they at work and something happened to them? You telling them that they at work. You just got somebody killed because you broke the law. You're not supposed to give that kind of shit over the phone out to nobody. If an employer wants you to know where he or she worked, they gonna tell you that that's where they work. An employer ain't supposed to give you that kind of reference if you didn't have the verbal consent from the employee themselves. If you didn't have verbal consent, because some employees may say, "Yeah, my if my husband call or if my children call, tell them XYZ." They gave them verbal consent. But to just have a person call your place of employment just to see if you work there type shit, or to see if you own today, and the person say, "Oh no, they not on schedule today. They will be here at XYZ time." And yes, they do work here. You just violated and broke laws. To violate privacy, whether it's state or federal, is definitely a felony. Okay. She didn't. Drusilla definitely was the fall guy. but they are all guilty of doing this grimy ass shit. Exactly. She's telling them that she deleted because she don't want to surrender her proof to them, but she still has it. Well, that's why she a part of it. Cause she didn't show me. Okay? Because that's the whole point of the matter is where the proof at. That's why I said where the messages. She said she deleted them. Oh well, I mean, she what is that good for me? That's no good for me. Why would you delete them? Then why would you run? How you doing, Miss Donna? Once it hits the internet, it's forever in cyberspace. Shaking my head, okay? And ain't no telling where it's at. Ain't no telling where they posted. Ashes too. She was looking so nervous and scared on Sour Patch in her own live. That's why I said she about ready to fold. She's ready to fold. If y'all actually seen her, that's the look of somebody that's really ready to actually tell. That's somebody. That's the look of somebody that actually want to get out of the bullshit. They want to actually tell Midnight the full truth for real. That's a. She had the look of a person when she said that Peaches and Tana didn't have nothing to do with it. She looked nervous as fuck to me. Very scared. She's ready to crack. She's ready to fold. She's ready to really tell me who gave her that address. And it's definitely somebody within that circle. They didn't go digging for nothing. And I definitely do not believe that person that works for the state. I don't believe that person even exists. That's a line that they threw out there. That person does not exist. I bet she was. I wouldn't know though. I stay away from their lives, love. I just can't be bothered. She never cleared her name, and I went to her page from my kitchen page to tell her about giving out my information, and she didn't argue it. Oh well, then that tells you what you need to know right there. Because, like I said, if a person are allegedly saying that somebody gave out your information using your name to another person, you would think that person will want to fix that or clear that up. Now, if you don't fix it or clear it up, then shit, you at your free will at this point. And a person is gonna think how he or she wants to think, and they have free game and free will to think how he or she choose to think because you did not clear your name properly. So you're telling that person that, oh, it's some truth to that, huh? That's what they're saying to me. It's some truth to that. Exactly. That's why I'm fighting over my name because I can't have this going on in my name. Happy Sunday, Miss Donna. How you doing? Thank you for the hearts. Well, y'all, I'm gonna get up out of here. I said what I said, and come tomorrow morning, boo boo. Like I said, it ain't if you get the paperwork. It's gonna be when y'all get hit with them subpoenas. Okay, know that is real talk. When you get hit with the subpoenas, that paperwork you getting served with. Okay, for the charges that I pressed on you, those kind of things. I'm pushing for a person to go sit down. I don't care if it's for 3 to 6 months. I'm pushing for restitution from people because you definitely gonna pay for what you put out there messing with my personal information. You're definitely going to do it because see, that's something Midnight ain't never did on neither one of you clowns, 304s. And I despise y'all with a passion. I don't hate you, but I despise you. Instead of saying the word hate, I say despise. But I don't despise you that much to give somebody your personal information. And y'all leaked mine out there, so say less. This is your girl Midnight. Y'all all have a great Sunday. I'm finna get to some work. Um, and then I'll go from there with what I'm doing today. But it's be easy to all y'all at this point. Midnight has spoken. The verdict is they are some liars to me. The verdict is everybody is walking around on eggshells and glass and beating around the bush for me. Nobody is taking accountability for who did what. So men ain't gonna have to go off factuals. And the facts is that it's only a few people that had my address. That's the fact. This is your girl Midnight. I'll holler back.